spinning tales from who knows where. A scream, a laugh, a twisted thrill. Oh, the radio's hot and the night stands still. Turn it up louder, feel the shiver climb. Oh, the clock strikes terror. Right on time, it's Friday night, mama. Friday night lives, talking horror and drama. It's Friday night, mama. Oh yeah, Friday night lives. Friday night lives.
Oh, mama. It's time, mama. Ooh. Time for Friday Night Lives over here. So, we have come tonight to chew bubble gum and look at these fucking Quentin Tarantino picks. So, we're going to see what happens because I haven't really looked at this list of his top movies of the 21st century. Like we were talking about before, I've been more caught up in the drama behind him talking about a lot of the actors in these movies than I have actually looking at the list. So, well, we're finally going to go into detail about that. Yeah. I will say before we get started that I am wearing a Burning shirt. And the reason I'm wearing a Burning shirt is because it was on sale for $12 on Fright Rags. So I fucking bought it because that's how I buy horse shirts. I don't care what it is. If it's on sale cheap enough, I'll buy it.
I'm buying a fucking long leg shirt for $5.
Listen, I'd buy a long leg shirt for $30 if they put that out. Damn. One thing I did want to mention before we go further though is that the montage in the beginning of that the music is playing over top of was created by Dirk. So I want to give a big shout out to Dirk for putting that together. Combination of like a bunch of our favorite films and whatnot.
I noticed that. Thank you, Dirk. I noticed the Rambo, Raphael. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dirk. That's very kind of him. Thank you so much. Whenever he sees this, thank you.
Yeah. And
Mark hates everything. Should put Star Wars.
Big killer if he put Star Wars in there.
But thank you, Dirk.
Yeah, man, that was great. Really
very nice editing.
Yeah, he did a great job on that for sure.
Yeah, Matthew Horse proud of you. He's the big Burning fan, right? He's represent.
That's right, boss. I actually got 2 different My Bloody Valentine shirts that I'm going to debut too that were also on sale. Well, I want to wait till around February to do that though. And then they had a Prom Night 2 shirt that was on sale. So I got like 4 shirts for $50 on that sale.
Nice.
Have they ever done a Blood Diner shirt?
I'm sure they have, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you don't see many pieces of Blood Diner merch.
I feel like that one of those 3 t-shirt companies, Cavity Colors, Gutter Garbs, and Fright Rags, have done like almost every movie you can think of. That's even got like a remote fan following at this point.
Terror Threads as well. You could add them in there.
Yeah.
They've also done like everything you could think of.
And doing well, Matthew Horror. Thanks for saying, hey, we're here. You were mentioning about the drama of Tarantino, which I was having fun with at first, but I didn't know it would blow up this big, where people would get like this. Is it overboard? Because like we've all shit on someone.
Every night I shit on somebody. I shit on the innocents.
Yeah, it's so funny that people are going crazy about this now, but maybe it's also because of the platform he did it on. But he said this years ago like I've heard him talk about There Will Be Blood plenty of times, and he
Yeah.
said this a long time ago that he didn't care for Dano in it. So now that I guess it's come out on that podcast, everybody's making a big deal about it. I don't see why, because it's just one man's opinion. We've all got opinions about.
Right. I think that's what he's trying to say too. He's been like, listen, it's just like my opinion, because he caught a lot of backlash for it.
Mhm.
But I gotta say, like, I've never sat down and thought about Paul Dano 1 minute in my life, like one way or the other. Like I just don't. I never thought he was good or bad, or like I just don't think about him. I mean, I don't think he's any worse than 1,000 other character actors and people like that are out there. So I don't know.
Mhm.
Something about him is he looks about as exciting as a glass of milk, but I mean, other than that, but there's a lot of guys like that. I mean, you could go like Seth Rogen and fucking who's the one guy? It's got the horrible laugh. I can't think of his name for some reason.
Skarsgård.
Well, no, Skarsgård too, but Jonah Hill. People like, I mean, they all kind of just whatever, they all got like a look to them that's just you just don't even think about it. So they're not interested.
Maybe also part of it was because he said that he's the worst actor in SAG, which I'm not a Dano fan by any means, but I would disagree with that. Him like the worst actor. That how many fucking actors
yeah,
are
I
in
don't,
the
I don't
Screen
even
Actors
think
Guild?
I don't even think he's in the top 100 worst actors of like even of like mainstream kind of caliber actors. Like Vin Diesel's 1,000 times worse. Look at Jake Gyllenhaal. Let's see. I can
Hey,
go through
come on.
a bunch of. But the one thing that did kind of pertain to us that happened on that whole list thing was Matthew Lillard catching a stray bullet from out of nowhere.
I was more mad about
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I mean that poor son of a bitch wasn't even doing anything. He's like one of the nicest guys ever, and he caught like, a bullet from Tarantino just out in the back end. He was just mentioning, other people he didn't care for, and his name came up.
Right.
Like, damn.
I would say that, I mean, if Tarantino if you ever see this, pal, go watch SLC Punk. You'll see Matthew Lillard can act. Scene where he finds his buddy dead. That's a really good acting scene. SLC Punk has his issues, but it's a pretty good film, and he's really good in that. So, but I mean, yeah, I was having fun against Tarantino for a bit as well, even in the Discord. But just like the overwhelming, like he killed someone. I mean, hey, he has shit opinions. He said the '80s is one of the worst decades of movies.
I've always thought that was one of the oddest takes too. I mean, I think I kind of get where he was going with it, because he was saying like every movie in the 80s had to have a happy ending. That was his big beef with it. But I don't think that's true. Like there's a lot of movies in the 80s that didn't actually have happy endings, but I guess he was talking about more of the mainstream, like bigger blockbuster movies that were popular at that time.
Why is that a bad thing? I don't know why that's
he
bad.
he was more into the 70s, like nihilistic kind of thing. Speaking of which,
Feet fetishes.
people hating on QT would lose their mind if they heard Freakin' talk shit. Yeah, because
Mhm.
like the shit he said about Al Pacino alone was 1,000 times worse than that.
I could watch that clip all day long.
I could too. Lillard seemed, he actually made a statement about this. He was at a convention or something, and he was like, "Yeah, it sucks." Like that he thinks that it really seemed to bother him, but
Well, he said at first like, whatever, who gives a shit, but then he went on to elaborate a little bit more. He says like it kind of hurts because I'm assuming he's a fan of Tarantino, and to hear somebody like say that about you, especially when you guys are in the same industry. Not that he probably assumed like, hey, I'm going to star in his next movie, but still, just the thought of it, I guess, got to him a little bit.
I've heard from a few people Lillard's a dick at conventions, though. Anyway, so
I've never heard that. I've heard the
in the
opposite.
Discord, like people were saying they met with
Really?
him in the Discord. I forget who it was, but I mean that's why I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anything.
Can you really trust the opinion of someone who enjoys Eli Roth that much? No.
Well, we'll get to that later with the list.
And you really
He is on the
shouldn't
list.
put like all of your. I don't know why he is like the end all be all of movies at this point, where people are losing their mind. But yeah. And then the other one was Owen Wilson. He said he hated Owen Wilson. So I was curious, out of those three actors, which would be your least favorite? You got Paul Dano, you got Matthew Lillard, you got Owen Wilson. Like, who's, in
Man,
your
I don't
opinion?
dislike any of them, but if I have to pick, I guess Paul Dano.
Yeah, I'd probably say Dano as well.
Owen Wilson was an anaconda, buddy.
Hell yeah.
He got killed by a fucking snake.
I tell you who it wouldn't be, though, is Matthew Lillard. I think he'd probably be the best out of that group of people, to be honest.
Yeah. I like him as an actor. I mean, he does his shtick, but a lot of people do, and I have no issues with that. And
Yeah, he kind of is like the Jim Cornette of directors now.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely the guy you hear the most from, the most outspoken, does the most interviews. I mean, he's got his own podcast now with Avery. So you hear a lot more movie opinions. And I guess it's because people don't hear from directors that often when it comes to what movies they like, at least that incessantly, like how you do with Tarantino. It's like you always hear him talk about movies. That's just sort of his thing.
that's always weird. I listen to Michael Bean's podcast, and he's like, I can't believe Tarantino would say that. I'm like, dude, you worked with James Cameron. How much he was a fucking dick on set.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, dude? Like, I bet James Cameron said a lot worse to his crew. The Abyss and Aliens. What the fuck are you doing? That's not what you do. Get your ass over here. Like, that was how James Cameron directed.
He really did. Yeah, that's no joke. He just kind of moved people around like they were furniture. It was kind of his style.
Oh, okay, it was the mayor. Okay, it was him. The talk about Lillard. Okay. I knew someone in Discord. I forget who it was because I'm stupid, but it was the
boy.
mayor.
Oh boy, this should be fun then. Super chat, Matt. What do you think of Super Brother? I didn't see it either, and I will never probably watch it intentionally. Like, I just don't care.
All I know is that apparently she's an anti-hero, which, like, we don't have enough of those, and she's a drunk bitch.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
You did.
I did.
You love it?
It's exactly what I thought it would be. That's why I'm not into the gunverse stuff. Yeah.
He didn't have anything to. He didn't direct it or write it though, did he?
He's producing it, and then she was in his Superman movie, so he was the basis of it. That character. The guy isn't it? I think the guy who did Fright Night remake is directing it. Craig Gillespie.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
Craig Gillespie.
Because that's who he get. The guy who did the Fright Night remake.
I will never in my life understand why so many people jizz their pants over that remake. I just do not understand. But I mean, to each their own. Blows up a goddamn house because he can't get in it with a gas line. Come on.
Gas line.
You remember that scene?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then it's got the guy from Superbad in it. Is like, oh God, I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, as Evil Ed.
Yeah.
I always forget that was a thing. The Friday Night remake.
Yeah. Luckily.
And unfortunately, they did a sequel to that, which nobody talks about for good reason.
Here we go, boys. I've been waiting on this all night, and it's only been 14 minutes.
I was going to say,
Bobby says Matt wants the guy out of his house / movie theater. So your house is a movie theater, by the way. Uncle Bill is mad because he ate all the popcorn and didn't get none to get more. Didn't get no one to get more. I would be mad. Mark is crying because the guy in there, and he'll be crying the whole movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't cry at movies. What do you
No,
mean?
I will make Mark cry when we show him the Star Wars trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those trilogies. And make him cry. I don't know how my house is a movie theater, but I wish it was.
Blastradus? Blastradius? Blast Radius. There we go. This Supergirl gives me Billie Eilish vibes, the depressed, drugged out look.
How
I mean, that's kind of what it is.
not to get too off tangent with the Tarantino, but just now you know why Warner Brothers is being sold. Because they realize stupid stuff like this.
Mhm.
It's like when Fox was doing those horrible movies in the last years and they got bought out. You keep making stupid decisions, you get these results. No one was begging for a Supergirl movie, let alone one where she's a drunk, bitchy character, wannabe clueless. I'm talking about the movie Clueless character
Mhm.
who is emo and anti-heroic. Like, who wants that crap? And if the Superman movie didn't do that well, this is going to do even worse. It's like they did that Batgirl movie that was so good, they canceled it. They threw it away.
Mhm.
It just
I'm just really tired of excuse me, those types of movies where it's like, you know, it's just a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff is what it is. Any movie that's like that where it's like you got like the main hero doesn't give a shit and they've got like, you know, this sarcastic kind of attitude about everything, and then they have to meet up with a bunch of people and become friends with them. They don't like each other. It's like that fucking movie has been made 20 times now. Please stop making that goddamn movie.
That's his whole shtick, and I've been done with that. Didn't care for it, like when he did it in Guardians that much. Then Superman was kind of the same way. It's like it's a ton of other people and Superman, and it's like I thought it was called Superman. Like, why are all these characters in it? But
sorry,
it's whatever.
I was like, hit the super chat. I'm like, the fuck, dude? It has what?
The opening shot has Crypto peeing on Superman's face in a newspaper.
Yeah, it does.
Just twice. He's put in there twice. He
Can't
really wanted
believe it. You gotta say it twice to make yourself believe it.
Yeah.
I should believe it because he pisses on Superman's legacy anyway. James Gunn, an idiot. He's an idiot. He's a flat out moron.
I think that gimmick is kind of over. He needs to they need to move on. Like everybody has their time for their kind of projects to get over, and then it just dies, and his is kind of over with.
So his time is not now.
No.
Like John Cena.
I wish I couldn't see him, but to see all of his shit. It's not gonna matter soon anyway. There ain't gonna be no movies in theaters, so fuck it.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants. It ain't gonna matter.
Oh yeah, I mean, in between when you guys did that video on Warner Brothers, then you guys have talked about it. Paramount's like, wait a minute, here's $100 billion.
Yeah.
I'm like,
is that true? I can never figure out if that was legit or just some bullshit.
No, they did, which I don't get because I think they're only worth like 20 billion maybe. So how do they get the other 80 to 100 billion?
I don't know. You see things online and you're like, I don't know if this is true or somebody just like is doing some sort of like bait kind of stuff. But like I did see something where one of the Paramount heads or somebody around that deal was like, we'll keep movies in the theaters if you go with us or something like that. So I don't know if that was true or not.
Well, aren't they working with Saudi Arabia, Paramount? I thought it was something like that.
Isn't everybody working with Saudi Arabia at this point? Like, Jesus Christ.
That's true. I guess that's true.
Fuck, you give me $50 million, I'll be on here working with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the opening will be it's all Saudi Arabian music, and we'll be wearing turbans.
That'd be killer shit.
Just have those.
I'll have one of the fucking full like hijab things on, like with the little curtain.
And Mark will have to be like this.
Yeah.
Like it.
And me, I just get my head cut off.
Come buy us out, please, Lord. It won't even be that much. I'd take 500,000. Let's go. That's pocket change.
I do
Um,
commend you though. You
Do
guys are
what?
good at pissing people off the past month.
we've always been really talented at that. Yeah.
Bravo. I know you guys are talk about that. I think it later, but I'm jealous. I used to be able to do that. Now you guys are just, you don't have to do anything, and it's just like,
People just freak out. Yep.
yes, the Southern redneck. You talk funny.
Bunch
You
of
talk like you got dick in your mouth. Shut up.
that's the whole like thing. I think what was it he called us? Fucking what was it? Fat fuck redneck dumbos or something like that.
Yeah.
Guy's amazing.
Yeah, Dumbo was probably thinking of his own mom.
I think the second guy was my favorite. He was like the
Mhm.
second guy.
Yeah.
It's like, wait. Oh. But yeah, like for those people that don't know what the hell we're talking about, just go over and look at our video comments for any of the stuff on Danielle Harris, and you'll figure it out pretty quick.
Mhm.
Let's do this list though. How you want to do it? You want me to just name them like from last to first, or do you want me to put it up on the screen? I can do either way.
You can name them. I guess from, is it 20?
I think you picked
20.
20.
I just 20 backwards.
All right.
Yeah. Counting down to the number one spot.
I think these are in the order that he said them in. I'm pretty sure. Number 20 was West Side Story 2021 by Steven Spielberg.
Mhm.
I've never seen it. I'll never see it. I don't care. That's just my opinion on that.
The only thing that I haven't seen it, I don't give a crap. The only thing I would comment is funny how he says, I remember he talked about that. Then he's like, well, Scorsese hasn't made anything worth a crap in like 20 years. I'm like, Wolf of Wall Street? I like that movie
Yeah.
quite a bit.
He said something like he hasn't made a movie as exciting as that, or something to that effect.
As exciting as West Side Story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Wolf of Wall Street over West Side Story. And I don't even need to see West Side Story to make that.
I mean, that's one of those movies that when I saw it, I immediately had zero interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are you guys fans of the original? Have you seen the original?
nope.
No. Okay.
Musical gangs is not my idea of a good time.
I know people, I think, did this.
Yeah, a lot of that, a lot of snap,
A lot of
jazz hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Personally, I don't mind the film. It wouldn't make my top 20. I agree with parts of what he said, because he did say something about like Spielberg still has it. He can still stage things. There's something to that effect. There's like a little paragraph next to the movie itself. I agree with that part, but the Scorsese thing I think is nonsense. That's complete bullshit, because I think Scorsese is one of the most consistent guys working that we have.
He is. Yeah, he definitely is.
I don't get that part of it, but West Side Story is fine with me.
Let's see. Get past that silly. Get past that silly shit.
I'm looking at the next
Number 19 is one of my personal favorites. Number 19 is 2003's Cabin Fever from his boy Eli Roth. That'd be like if Wes made a really shitty movie and I was like, God, that's one of the best movies of all time. Well, this is one of the best movies come out in 20 years. It's just like he is friends with that guy and he knows him, and fucking that's why Cabin Fever's on that. That movie fucking sucks. Have you tried to watch that any time lately?
Not lately. Last time I seen it, it's been a while. I don't hate the movie. I know Deb Pitt's not an Eli Roth fan. It's not his best movie to me. I'd put a couple of other films over that one. It just...
He doesn't have a best movie. He's got movies that are less shit than others. With Thanksgiving being at the top of the list.
Cabin Fever is a weird one for me. When I first saw it, I didn't mind it, but I didn't mind because I liked the concept. I think that's what it was. I liked the concept of this flesh-eating virus because it's not something I saw often. But then years later, I try to rewatch it, and it's just the humor. It's so dude bro douchey, annoying. I don't give a fuck who pancakes. Fuck that kid. And that who was that guy who became a really shitty director?
Giuseppe Andrews.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
a fucking dumbass
I
in the
forget
movie
about
and
him.
in real life.
He may be legitimately insane.
Well,
I'm not positive.
good for him. Yeah, I mean, this is like, I mean, before I go on, yes, it's his opinion. If we all made a top 20 list, we'd all have completely different lists. So it'd be hypocritical, but I am a hypocrite, so I'll say it. Fuck Cabin Fever. That's like the only horror film on the list, and that's the best horror film in the. I mean, well, there's horror
No, it's
comedy, but like horror,
There's a couple other horror movies on the list.
yeah.
I see like maybe one or two others, but I'm like, I don't think that's one of the best horror films of the 21st century. No, I
It's
ain't
not
a
even.
party man. Fuck the party. I'd rather stay home and have a party in my pants. Fuck the party.
There is probably 100 films I would put above Cabin Fever in the past 20 years. I mean, come on.
There's are the Eli Roth films I put above it. I think Thanksgiving is a better movie.
Death
I like
Wish.
Death Wish.
I think so too.
I think that's a better movie than Cabin Fever.
I mean, it's no secret that we've never enjoyed any of Eli Roth's films except for Thanksgiving, but like Cabin Fever, everybody jizzed their pants over that movie when it came out, and I remember all that and how it became like this cult thing. I always just thought it was incredibly amateur, and just the humor in it was, you go back and that humor is just so awkward now. Him being in it is, that whole scene's fucking stupid. And the pancakes thing might be my favorite part of that whole movie, just because it comes out of nowhere. And you can tell it was kind of like a Pieces ripoff. Because there's that scene in Pieces where the Kung Fu guy's in there.
Mhm.
It just comes out of nowhere. It's like, but it still doesn't save the rest of the movie from just being terminally goofy to me.
Yeah.
And you don't like the Death Wish remake, right?
I don't like Bruce Willis in that movie. I'll put it that way. I think he's very wooden. And there's a scene in it that just got me where he's trying to cry over like his wife or whatever's going on. And like, it's the fakest looking shit. He couldn't emote at all in that movie. I don't know if that was, maybe some other stuff was going on by that time. I don't know. But like, I just don't like his performance in it.
Okay, that's fair.
So that would make number 18 be Moneyball, the Brad Pitt Jonah Hill movie, which I have seen. It's been a long time though. I thought it was okay. I don't really remember being blown away by it or anything.
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, I don't have a ton of issues with it, but it's not a film I ever go out of my way to rewatch. It was worth a watch. It's decent.
Yeah, very much worth a watch. I think Brad Pitt is really good in it. I mean, it comes from a director that doesn't make a lot of films. I think that guy, Bennett Miller, only directed like maybe 4 movies, maybe 5, something like that. People mostly know him for like Capote. It's not a film that I go back to very often, but it is worth a watch, like you said. And I'm not a big baseball guy anyway, so I mean,
yeah, me either. That's, I think, the part of the problem. Like, I just don't care about baseball enough to care about
yeah.
that movie.
I like Major League.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck you, I do it myself.
But I mean, it's an interesting story about the general manager, developing young talent and stuff like that.
So I did find a site on here where he kind of like it has some clips of comments he made about the films and like why he liked them. So let me read that real quick here.
Please read the Cabin Fever one.
So for I will.
He says Hostel is his best.
Okay, so
movie
for
on that.
Cabin Fever, he said that. Let's see. He says there's something so charming. Eli's sense of humor, sense of gore, it just really, really works. People kind of forget how tense it is in the first half because it gets so genuinely funny in the last 20 minutes. Hostel might be his best movie. Fuck. But this is my favorite. In what universe am I living in?
Hostel's the best one, man.
Hostel's the best movie. Yeah. That's a real cinematic achievement right there. Fuck that shit. Okay, so here's what he says about Moneyball. Brad Pitt's performance was one of my favorite star performances in the last 20 years, where a movie star came in and reminded you why he was a movie star and just carried the movie on his shoulders. I think that's fairly true, though, of that movie.
He does.
Because he's definitely, he definitely carries it.
Jonah's great supporting, though. I think he's pretty good in that, as well as Wolf of Wall Street, which he's also supporting in as well.
All right. So let's look at number 17, which is a foreign release called Chocolat from 2008, directed by Prachal Pinkal, I believe.
That's a pretty good martial arts film. Have you seen it, Rambo?
Yeah, she's autistic, right?
She's autistic.
She fights the Tourette's guy, where she's like,
yeah, she fights.
That's what she does. Members. I'm not making fun of it. It's like he's.
Wait,
like
how'd it go again? Tourette's. One more time. How'd it go?
The guy's the Tourette's, and then when she does, is like. That's what
like Andrew Dice like.
That's how he does at the end fight. Oh. She has to pretend to be him to beat him, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you big-titted animal. Oh.
She's fighting off Yakuza, and she's trying to earn money for her mother. Because I think she does she can perceive things that are coming toward her. Like you remember the scene where they're throwing lemons or whatever the fuck at her, and she can catch it with her eyes closed.
No, I don't remember much of the film.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah. So she does her little talent thing on the side, try to make money. Eventually finds one of those books that I guess bookies have where they have debts in it, and she basically tries to collect all that so she can get enough money for her mother's cancer. And she ends up using her fighting skills along the way. It's very unique in that regard. I don't see many movies like that. I do like the fighting in it, so I will agree with him on that. I know he talks about that quite a bit. It's one worth watching for sure, especially if you're a fan of martial arts.
Now I actually kind of want to see that.
I remember being okay, but I can name a dozen action films I would put above it in the past 20 years. And martial arts films as well.
Rambo, can you name 5 films better than Chocolate?
Just Japanese or action or martial arts?
I'm just going to ask you if you can name 5 films, and I'm going to ask Mark if he can name 7 films. And then we're going to play that game.
I think the Raid Redemption.
That's really good. That'd be on my list.
I will put that above it. Are we asking? We're not doing the 5 favorite, just 5 general.
No, I just want to see who can name more films better than Chocolate.
Oh, Raid Redemption, Dread. Hell, Kill, that film from overseas from last year on the train. That was a badass action movie.
Life After Fighting.
Yeah, this right here with thanks to Mark, I got it. That was better.
The one where Liam Neeson's on a subway train or whatever.
Yeah, the commuter
The commuter.
nonstop.
Nonstop. What's the Van Damme one? God damn, really horrible.
Well, not derailed, no.
Mm,
But like a
mm.
crawl, which I thought that was a good one. Mayhem with the I forget his Stephen Yeun from
I
Walking
love that
Dead.
movie. Yeah, it's got Samara
Mhm.
Weaving in it too.
That was a fun one. That's I think better than Chocolate. Drive, Ryan Gosling.
Mhm. We're gonna get into a lot of this stuff, so when we do our own list here shortly. So hold on. All right. So here's what he says about Chocolate. Here's a movie you probably never heard of. People getting fucked up in the most spectacular of ways. They trained a 12-year-old girl for 4 years to star in this movie. This is some of the greatest kung fu fights I've ever seen in a movie. So I actually do want to see that now. Chocolate 2008.
It's worth a watch, I think. It's not a bad film.
And then here comes another one, but it was just when you, this is so weird too. I mean, I like this movie. It's got to be one of Rob Zombie's best movies, if not the best movie. But like, it's so weird that it's in this list. Number 16 is The Devil's Rejects. Is it in the 20 top films of the past 25 years? I mean, according to him, it is.
What's he say about it on there?
He says, this rough peck and paw cowboy Manson thing, that voice didn't really exist before House of a Thousand Corpses, and he refined that voice with this movie. Peckinpah wasn't part of horror before this. He melded it with sick hillbillies, and it became a thing now. You can recognize it across the street, but that didn't exist before.
Wasn't that all the time in the 70s?
Yeah, I kind of feel like this is just that movie's just an amalgamation of a bunch of 70s movies.
So he should have seen it before because he loved the 70s so much. I guess maybe in recent, like 5-10 years before, maybe he's talking about. But I mean, there's parts of it I like. I wouldn't put in my top 20. I mean, I know you guys were much bigger fans when you first saw it.
I mean, I think I was, just because I think a lot of the stuff in that movie has aged as well as the stuff in House of a Thousand Corpses. And I think that his stuff he did in the beginning of A House of a Thousand Corpses is actually better than anything he did in Devil's Rejects. I think the ending of Devil's Rejects is the perfect ending to a horror film. If he would have if he would have just fucking left it alone and not done Three from Hell. But I'll give him that, because when that ending hits, man, that ending works, especially around here. Let me tell you, when Freebird kicks on and it's driving towards people shooting, that's like every hillbilly's fucking wet dream right there. People were losing their fucking minds. I just think it's an odd, because like I said, I mean, there's a bunch of other movies I would probably put in front of that movie as a horror film to be on the 20 list, but it's his opinion.
Do you agree that he's saying Rob Zombie sort of created like a subgenre within its own and it didn't exist before that? Do you agree?
No, I don't agree with that. I think that particular subgenre existed in other movies before. Now, he may have like hyper stylized it, but like, by doing some of that stuff. But
what were the films other people did that was similar to that afterward?
That were similar to that after he did Devil's Rejects?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
That's what I mean. He says Rob Zombie started something. What did he start?
Honestly, I don't remember that many films ripping off Devil's Rejects, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
No, I don't either. I mean, not even in terms of style or those type of characters. I can't really think of.
No one wanted to rip off Rob Zombie. Not even Tarantino. And he's known for ripping stuff off. Even he didn't
Yeah.
want to rip off Rob Zombie.
Yeah, I mean, there's other road horror films. I mean, so it's not that unique. But I do like the movie. Wouldn't make my
Holy
top.
shit. You just gave me a perfect idea for another set of shows.
Road horror.
Road horror and put up wet. It's gonna be a series of shows about horror films based on like the road, like Duel and stuff like that. There we
Yeah.
go. That's a whole new
Nice.
series of shows. Bulls. Appreciate that, Mark.
Sure, that's why I'm
Jogging
here.
that into my memory. Let's see what's any thoughts about this movie. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it because I still can watch it and I still think it's entertaining in certain spots. It gets bogged down by his incessant need to like do exploitation shit, like right in the middle of the fucking film to do like a Last House on the Left type of thing. But other than that, like it's pretty good and pretty well paced if you just took out that whole sequence. It really doesn't even fit in the fucking movie.
Yeah, there's some good performances. William Forsythe is really good. Bill Moseley's really good. Sid Haig. I'll give it that.
Yep.
Would not put in my top 20 though.
I mean, he's super unhinged like he always is in everything, William Forsythe. But it's good.
Yeah.
Though. I love it though.
Yeah, he's got that energy, that crazy,
Yeah.
kicks that crazy, charismatic energy up in this one, especially.
Yeah.
I think he did it somewhat better in. This is gonna sound crazy, but in Stone Cold, like,
Oh yeah.
I think he's a little bit more unhinged in that movie, if that's possible.
Did you see that?
Okay, and then so number 15. What are we doing at this point? Number 15 is a movie everybody's seen. You've seen it. The Passion of the Christ, 2004.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson. Melt Gibson. I've seen this movie, saw it in the theater, because everybody saw it in the theater around that time. It is Jesus getting his ass whipped for 90 minutes. That's exactly really what it is. And I mean, if that's your thing.
I did not see in the theater. Because I know how it's going to end.
Yeah. It doesn't. He didn't. Wouldn't it have been awesome if he fucking went off script? At the end of it, he mows people down like a machine gun or something.
Yeah.
Did I see that movie? I'd see it. You ever seen Cyborg? Another JC just gets the cross off and he breaks it. He falls to the ground and Jesus is like, Fender, fucker.
Anybody have any thoughts about this? Is Rambo frozen?
Yeah, he is.
Look at that. I gotta clip that. That's killer. I hope he didn't completely lose his shit. Like, I mean, his feet.
Oh,
there he
he's
is.
back.
He's back.
Yeah. Apparently Jesus was mad at me because sorry.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he's going after your
Sorry,
connection.
That's what's happened. Yeah.
Jesus don't like me talking shit.
The Passion 2 is being filmed. That should be interesting. Passion 2. I don't know what to say about this movie. I mean, is it anything I ever watched again or thought about watching? No. Is it anything enjoyable to watch? No. I mean,
it is for him. He said he got turned on watching it. So.
That is such a weird take, man. Like, how do you even get to that point? I don't understand. I wonder what he said. Here, let's. I'm curious about that. Like, how did he get to that?
That's
okay.
Curious what he said.
He says, I was laughing a lot during the movie, not because we were trying to be perverse, laughing at Jesus getting fucked up. Extreme violence is just funny to me. And when you go so far beyond extremity, it just gets funnier and funnier. We were just groaning and laughing at how fucked up it was, and Mel did a tremendous directorial job. He put me in that time period. I talked to Mel Gibson about this, and he looked at me like I was a fucking nut. Yeah. I mean, you kind of are.
He told him that seeing Jesus get his ass whipped and kicked and stomped, and he said he turned him on. I mean, if you tell a filmmaker that something like that turned them on, I mean, it just how was Mel supposed to react to that?
I don't know, because it's like one of the weirdest statements I've ever heard. But I do get the idea of like, sometimes things are so fucking far out there in movies that you just have to laugh because it's just so beyond the realm of like realities and things like that. Like
Right.
Dead Alive is a perfect example of that. Like, I mean, you have to laugh at that shit. And also, like, sometimes when really cruel shit happens to people in movies, I laugh because it's just so out. It's be something that would never ever happen.
You
like watching
saying,
murders and laugh at it.
I would not ever get hard from fucking like any of that.
I'm just saying, if Jesus was like John Claude Van Damme in Cyborg and he hit that fucking cross down, what would JC do? He should listen to the other John Claude, that JC. If that was how the film ended, I'd be like, okay, I'm down for this movie. But like you said, do you want to see Jesus hit the shit out for 2 hours? I'm like, not really.
We're not really on my to-do list of things.
I get the point. I know how it's going to end. It's predictable. It's like Titanic. You know, the boat sink and Jesus going to sink. But you know,
they should have had Van Damme come in though and like
as Jesus,
they just have him come in.
He could have been his disciple or something.
Yeah, one of the disciples. He comes in and just like leg sweeps the cross down. Like
Tip Boxer. He hits the tree. He hits the cross. Yeah. I'd see that movie.
All right, that's enough of that. That was number 15.
Passion of the Christ. How about that?
Number 14 is another really weird choice. Number 14 is 2003's School of Rock with Jack Black. I don't understand. I don't. He said it's like the Bad News Bears, and that's why he liked it. There's been several other movies I can think of that were better than this. That had a group of kids in it that, like, you know, are like rowdy.
Do you like the movie at all?
Yeah, it's okay, but it's like nowhere near anything I would put on like a top movie list. It's just kind of like a popcorn, forgettable movie. It's kind of too like sappy and just, I don't know, like it's not even a good Jack Black movie. I don't like Jack Black that much. Let's be clear on that, okay? But like he's had some decent movies. It's just that that's an okay version. That's when to me though, that's like Jack Black getting a little bit of what he would become later on. A little too goddamn goofy and you know, trying to be likable and whatever.
What's a decent Jack Black film for you?
High Fidelity. High Fidelity is a good use of Jack Black.
Yeah. I mean, for comedies, again, it's his list. I would think, Tropic Thunder or some others would be funnier.
If he was going to put a Richard Linklater film on there, I'm really surprised that it's this one and not. I would have thought maybe Boyhood, because of how ambitious the film is. I mean, it's a true, every sense of the word, coming of age story, filmed over a long span of years. Like, that's such an ambitious project. I would think maybe that. And I was talking with a friend of mine, even maybe Scanner Darkly. Like, we both thought, like, maybe put that on, at least for visuals, or like the style of like trying something completely different and out of the box. But
Well, are there comedies in the past 20 years that you think were better than this?
Oh yeah,
then School of Rock.
I've got a list of them right here that I can tell you that are better.
Yeah, but I just mean like because somebody said in the chat that they're buddies, him and Linkletter, and that's fine. But
That doesn't matter.
he's
Robert
still
Rodriguez ain't on the list.
No, he's not.
That's his buddy. There's no
A lot of these
Rodriguez.
guys are his buddies, which is interesting in a roundabout way. But yeah, it's just weird that this is the one that he chose. I don't know. I like the film fine, but it's come on.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all
Yeah,
right.
that's it though. It's just okay. It's just not anything that should be on a list like this. But anyway, to each his own. So that's number 14. Number 13 is another very weird pick for him, but he's a very weird guy. Jackass the movie, 2002.
That's the most bizarre pick, in my opinion.
I mean, I love that movie when it came out and everything, like everybody did in the early 2000s. I thought, I don't even think of that movie. Never even like comes to my mind anymore, where I would be like that had something to it. It's just like a goofy ass movie that it just never comes up. Like once you've seen those tricks and shit that they do, it's like that's it. It's not. I guess it doesn't have any real like staying power. It's not even a movie, really.
It's not.
So I don't understand that at all.
I mean, I like those movies. It wouldn't be in my top 20, but I mean, compared to some of these other ones, I'll take that over Cabin Fever and fucking.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, like Mayor was saying, they all kind of blur together. They've made like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of those fucking movies now. 4 of them, 5, 50 of them. It could be any.
If
and
you count the 0.5s, then it'd be
I couldn't tell you anything that, specifically happens in any one of them.
They're all just sort of interchangeable to you.
Yeah, I mean, can
Just a
you
bunch
tell
of
me
stunts.
something that happens in part 2, Mark?
I could tell you part 3 was filmed in 3D.
Yep.
Part 2, that was the one where they put the tooth. Well, it was Don Vito. Then they changed it with someone else, and they pulled the tooth out with the airplane turbine thing. And part 3 is the one with Steve-O with the porta potty, and it goes up, it explodes. Because that's when Steve-O cleaned up.
Oh God.
Again, I'm a fan of those movies that I wouldn't put in my top 20.
No, I wouldn't either. I like them, but no.
Well, this is pretty accurate. It's not. It's more of like a YouTube video before YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was. That's what the whole CKY thing was.
All right. I don't know what else. Let's see what he says. This was the movie I laughed. I don't remember laughing from beginning to end like this since Richard Pryor. What? As I was making Kill Bill, I thought this movie was so fucking funny. I had to show the crew, so we found a print and watched the movie and just died. All right. Sure. Then we go to number 12. I've never heard of this movie. Big Bad Wolves, 2013.
That's a horror thriller that it's about a kidnapping of a little girl, and these guys take it upon themselves to do a forced interrogation through methods of torture and all sorts of other stuff to get they want a confession. They want to know where the little girl's body is. They know that she's been murdered and raped. It's violent. It's funny in parts. You could consider it a black comedy, I guess, in parts. some really fucked up subject matter though, with the core of like what it's about and all. But it's a I think he said it was the best movie of 2013. I don't really agree with that. I mean, there's quite a few other movies I thought were more entertaining. I think once you see everything that happens and you know who's responsible for what in the movie, it kind of loses some of its power for replayability to me. It's something like you could show other people, but I don't know how many times anybody would really want to watch that. Just my opinion. Well done film, though. Not a bad film.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. Rewatchability has got to be a factor in this. If you're talking about like the best movies, and it's your personal list, then surely you would want to rewatch them. It'd be something that you enjoyed enough to, anyway.
I've never seen it, so I'll take your word for it.
I have never even heard of it until this list.
Yeah, it was a big deal at the time. It's an Israeli film. It was on the, I think it was it Fantastic? No, it was Tribeca Film Festival. It was on the festival circuit. Again, that was back around the time when I paid attention to a ton of those films that were coming through. That's how I had heard about it. Had a ton of buzz. Did it live up to it? Yes and no in parts, but still worth watching. If nobody in the chat's seen it, I would recommend it.
All right. So that leaves number 11, which is a film that he's talked about like ad nauseum over the years. And I think it used to be his favorite film of that time period, I guess, until other movies came along. But I know I've heard him mention this movie a bunch. Battle Royale from 2000. This is the Japanese version. And he is right in what he says. Like Hunger Games basically just fucking ripped this whole idea off and turned it into an American version and made like $1 billion. So
to be fair, every movie he does, he rips tons of shit off too.
Yeah.
The briefcase bit, like every other scene, he rips something off too. So it's a bit of the pot calling the kettle black. Although
but I do like this movie though.
Yeah.
I think that of pretty much any movies had on this list so far, this would be my favorite. It's actually a pretty fun, action-packed, novel premise, good idea. Probably also helped create that one shit Netflix's Squid Games. Probably also, unintentionally created that shit too.
Well, they both ripped off The Running Man, so fuck you, Tarantino. No, I'm just kidding. But I like Battle Royale. Very well done, very intense, very ballsy for the content involved. Much better than anything with 100 Games.
Agreed.
Yeah, I do prefer The Running Man. I'd be like Tarantino. I'd be like, fucking. But I actually like Battle Royale. Everyone should hate the 100 Games because they're pieces of shit. But Battle Royale is a good movie. I can't complain about that. It wouldn't be on my list, but I mean, that's a good choice. It's an understandable choice.
Yeah, good choice. Understandable choice. I like the film quite a bit.
Don't forget to send me a copy. Sorry.
The second film is laughably bad, though.
What's that?
Battle Royale 2.
There's a Battle Royale 2? I didn't even fucking know there was a sequel.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You're not missing anything. You don't need to see it.
All right. The next one's another one. Wait, what?
Follow me, light bulb. Hey, Christmas tree.
What's the one thing he says, Matt? Hey, cutie pie. One of us is in big trouble.
Yeah. To do requests. Would that hit the spot? But sorry, go ahead. You're talking about number 10.
We just got to get that out of our systems. Like, just give us a second. Number 10 is a movie I haven't seen and will never see. I don't care. Midnight in Paris, 2011, directed by Woody Allen. I don't. There's a bunch of shit for somebody that hates Owen Wilson. This is an Owen Wilson movie.
I think that's
He
why you
talked
brought up
about it.
Owen Wilson's, because
Yeah, it's in that
he hated
paragraph.
him in it.
Let's see. He says, I really can't stand Owen Wilson. I spent the first time watching the movie loving it and hating him. The second time I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, don't be such a prick. He's not so bad. Then the third time I watched it, I found myself only watching him. Okay.
What does that mean? Only watch him at liking
I
him,
don't,
hating
I
him?
guess, yeah, like that he was the,
I think only noticing how bad he is. That's my take from
oh,
what he
okay.
said. I could be wrong though.
How do you even feel about Woody Allen in general?
It's just that those style of movies never clicked with me. And it's just like we're worlds apart, like Journey. We're fucking worlds apart in terms of like all his movies were kind of like New York, style. That just doesn't resonate with me and where I'm from or anything like that. And I just never understood the appeal. I guess if you lived on the East Coast, you probably did more so.
I like Woody Allen stuff. Not a mega fan, but he's done some really interesting work. I've seen this film. I like it. It's just, if I had to swap it, I've always said a million times over, my favorite Woody Allen movie is Match Point. I'd rather put that on here because at least with that film, it's a lot more of a, there's several themes in it that on a very human level, a lot of people could understand and connect with, especially the one main theme of the movie, which is lust. Every fucking adult man can identify with that, no matter what you like. Everybody has that emotion. This film in general, though, it's basically Owen Wilson travels back in time to the early 1920s and meets important or not historical, culturally significant people.
That sounds
like
boring as fuck.
Like Ernest Hemingway.
Boring as fuck. It sounds boring as fuck.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
So going back in time, who can I meet? Ernest Hemingway.
So it's like a less interesting Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Is that what you're telling me?
With some, it's not technically really a romantic movie or anything, but there are elements of that in it. He meets a woman who's Picasso's mistress, and he starts to like. I knew you were going to say that.
The more described it, the more bored it sounds.
Oh my god!
Fucking Justin sounds lame.
I had a feeling that was going to be the response.
Mark sounds cultured as fuck tonight.
I watch a little bit of everything. I try to at least. Yeah. Anyway, I just use this as an opportunity to put over Match Point. If you see any one Woody Allen movie, watch Match Point. Guarantee you'll like that movie.
He doesn't go out with his daughter in that movie, does he?
No, he does not.
Hide your kids. All right.
Yeah, hide his own daughter.
Yeah.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Meek Stream says, what the fuck is going on here? Mark likes Woody Allen.
I've seen every movie on the list. I don't really even hate the stuff that he chose. It just wouldn't make my top 20.
Mark has seen everything. There you go.
Even the Blade TV show he's seen. For some reason.
That, unfortunately, I have.
Number 9 is a movie that I personally agree with. Shaun of the Dead, 2004, directed by Edgar Wright.
Makes sense. Mark and I actually did a commentary on this about a month or two ago.
Yes.
Rewatched it recently. Still holds up. Very fun. Very witty. Very clever.
Very well written movie. And like it is a movie that I can rewatch like a million fucking times too.
Yeah.
Always could.
I have no issues with that being on the list. That's a very good one. Definitely one of the best zombie comedies.
For sure.
Well acted, yeah.
I think the weird thing about this movie is for whatever reason I hated it when I first saw it. I just didn't get it. And then like after I started watching it, it's one of those movies that over time, like I watched it over and over again until like it's one of my favorites now.
Mhm. Yeah, it's great.
He says about it, my favorite directorial debut, even though he did a cheapy debut movie, but he doesn't talk about it. I loved how much he loved the Romero universe he recreated. The script is really terrific. It's one of the most quotable films on this list. I still quote the line, "The dogs don't look up." It's not a spoof of a zombie movie. It's a real zombie movie, and I appreciate the distinction.
I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely.
There's
It's
no warm
just
bodies.
what is though, really. It's just so well acted and well written, and like the chemistry between Simon Pegg, Nick Frost is amazing. And Nick Frost might be one of the best supporting characters in any movie of the 20th century, 21st century. Like they probably could put him in there. Because he really steals every scene that he's in. Everybody in that movie is really good. Come think of it. The mom, the stepdad,
Yep.
Liz, like pretty much everybody. The asshole boyfriend guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the guy that looks like Harry Potter.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a super chat. Psycho
Oh, yeah,
Hobo
I know who you
says, "Hey Matt, this is Fred. Just let you know the next time you see my name. Also, fuck Badlands, second worst Predator movie ever."
Oh, you'll hear about that soon on my channel. If you want to see Whoopi Goldberg star in a Predator movie, you'll hear a lot of that more. Fuck that movie, by the way. Fuck Disney. Can I just say at least once a stream? Fuck Disney.
No one's gonna object to that.
Stick up their fucking sorry ass.
Okay, and then number 8 is Mad Max Fury Road. Sorry.
Oh God.
Fury Road. 2015, directed by George Miller. It's another movie where I went to the theater and saw it. I feel like I liked it. I don't think I've ever seen it again, and I don't really think I'll ever see it again. I just don't care. I remember it being the chase sequences in it being really well done, and liking Charlize Theron, whatever the fuck she pronounces her name is. But other than that, I just don't remember anything like knocking my dick off.
I fully agree, and that's why I was rolling my eyes. I don't think it's a bad film. There's some really good looking set pieces. I mean, you just watch the trailer alone and you just see there's some really good, well orchestrated physical set pieces that I can't take that away. I'll put over Thunderdome. I'll put over that with the wannabe Peter Pan stuff at the third act and all that.
Yeah.
But it was overlong. When they had CGI, it was obvious with the sandstorm and stuff. And Tom Hardy fucking sucked in it. They should just cast Mel Gibson. Even if he says sugar titties in it. They should say
Sugar tits.
or whatever it was. It should have been Mel
Sugar
Gibson.
titties would be awesome.
It should have been Mel Gibson. Tom Hardy was not a fan of him. Mad Max sucked in his own movie. Charlize Theron did everything better. She was a better presence. She was a stronger presence. She felt more capable, and she was more interesting. So it's a Mad Max movie where Mad Max kind of sucks in it.
He does.
Tom
I don't
Hardy's-
even remember anything about his character in that movie at all.
Because he was that. And that was my big problem. Like, I would rather. I mean, he might have been too old, but Mel Gibson would have been a much better choice. That would have been a nice way to end his career on. And I really think that should have been the case. And I think that I would have liked that a lot more because Mel Gibson, despite whether you hate him, he does have a lot more presence and acting ability than Tom Hardy. An old grizzled Mad Max, I think, by Mel Gibson, he would have knocked out of the park.
I would agree that Mel would have been really, really cool to see. And I think in the description that they have for Tarantino's reasoning for putting it on the list, he says the same thing. He wants Mad Mel. Like, where's Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
I'll agree about the action. Very fun, very interesting. I think it's one of the best comeback movies for a franchise that was completely dead in the water. And I don't think anybody ever thought that we would see anything Mad Max related in the future, unless it was like a random Hollywood remake of it or something. But for him to come back and do it again, I thought he did a good job. It's by no means like, Road Warrior or anything, but I like the movie. I don't mind it.
I don't get this comment. Mad Max is never the main guy. He's the main guy in the Road Warrior. Who else is the main guy in the Road Warrior?
No, he's always the main guy.
I think Mad Max
he's
is
the main guy. He's the main guy in all those other movies. I don't know what the fuck.
Somebody in the chat said that?
Yeah. I named Joe. I mean, I disagree. So
Hardy was supposedly a prick. I've heard that. And that him and Theron didn't get along at all.
Oh, really?
Okay. But okay. I mean, it's not a horrible pick or anything.
Right.
As compared to some of this other shit. He says about this one, I was actually not going to see it for the simple reason that in a world where Mel Gibson exists and he's not playing Max, I want Mad Mel. Weeks and weeks and weeks passed and people kept talking about how great it was. And Fred, my editor, was saying, I'm serious. You got to go do it. Then I saw it. The great stuff is so great. And you're watching a truly great filmmaker. He had all the money in the world and all the time in the world to make it exactly as he wanted. So there you go. Which leads us to number 7, which is Unstoppable, directed by Tony Scott, 2010. I think we're all fans of Tony Scott.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard you guys talk much about this movie though.
Yeah, it's the last film he did before he sadly did what he did because of complications with his mind and such.
Yeah.
But like you said, a huge fan of his from The Last Boy Scout to Beverly Hills Cop 2 to many others. I liked Unstoppable. He worked well with Denzel Washington, whether it be Man on Fire, and I even liked Deja Vu, and I liked pretty much all their collaborations. And Chris Pine was tolerable. I could deal with him in that. And I mean, there's been other movies about runaway trains. I mean, there was a movie called Runaway Train in the 80s, but Tony Scott brought his flair. It was a pretty fast-paced film. I mean, surprised it's that high on the list, but I do like the film. And I do think it's a bit underrated. I mean, I wouldn't put it on that high on my list, but yeah, that's a really solid movie. And I mean, if sadly that's the last film he did, I mean, it's a good way to end it on compared to a lot of other directors that have some really bad films in their later career. But yeah, Unstoppable was a good one. It makes me want to watch it again now. Honestly.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it as well. I did like it quite a bit when I saw it. It's another one, like, I don't really know why it's on there. Well, I take that back because looking at his reasoning, I guess I kind of get it. He says it's one of my favorite last movies of a director. So, I mean, if that's like his sole reason for putting it on, okay. But I mean, I would have rather put Man on Fire. Like I like that one a lot more. That's just me. Tony Scott's almost all of his stuff I could watch Like I've always been entertained by him. Thought he was a good action director, and he can do more than just action. Like True Romance leans a bit more into drama, but yeah, it's a weird placement on the list, if nothing else, for me.
It's very high to me.
Yeah.
I don't mind this movie, but in a world where like Man on Fire exists, which I liked a lot more, to be honest, like I don't know why that movie's that high. There's a lot of Tony Scott movies I like more than that, actually. I guess I just don't give that much of a shit about the context of the train thing, and you know what I mean? Like, I just movies like that never really interested me, but it's fine. It's another one that's fine. He says it's one of my favorite last movies of the director. I've seen it 4 times. Every time I see it, I like it more. If you asked me years ago, I would have put Man on Fire on the list, but Unstoppable was one of the purest visions of Tony's action aesthetic. The two guys are great together, and it gets better and better. It's one of the best monster movies of the 21st century. The train is a monster. The train becomes a monster, and it becomes one of the greatest monsters of our time. Stronger than Godzilla, stronger than those King Kong movies. I think he may be high during these lists.
Yeah, that last part, he kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah. I liked the film, but I never thought of fucking what do you say about the monster?
He said he says the train becomes a monster, and it becomes one of the greatest monsters of our time. Stronger than Godzilla, stronger than those King Kong movies. Sounds like something a little kid would say or something. It doesn't make sense.
Stronger than Godzilla. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but okay.
He doesn't know.
I was going to say, well, I know if he did a 90s list, he would put Speed on the list, which I would. And that's, something that's this high-speed action film where your object can't stop. So he could be like, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff too. But I don't know what the fuck he was smoking in that last sentence.
I don't know. Sounds like somebody was microdosing mushrooms would say or something. Man, that train is fucking monster of our time. It's more so than Godzilla, man. I've seen it.
That sounds like what I think to peyote and Young Guns.
Yeah. You see the size of that chicken?
When the spirit world, asshole, they can't see us.
Okay. Number 6, I could not listen to me when I tell you. I know Mark likes this movie. We're going to get into this shit again. This movie is like if I fucking just took a bunch of bottles of NyQuil and just poured them all over my fucking head and let it absorb into my skin. It's the same effect that this movie had on me.
You got to take out your hate for Jake Gyllenhaal. You got to separate that from the film.
Not understand why people love this movie's on like so many of the best of like 21st century movies that I'm just amazed. But this is 2007's Zodiac, directed by David Fincher. I've seen it multiple times because I'm trying to like it. I'm trying to understand what the fuck it is about this movie that people love so much. And every time I watch it, I end up passing out like halfway through it because it's just
too long, too much Gyllenhaal.
Terminally boring. And yes, Jake Gyllenhaal's a huge problem. How the fuck is that guy famous, by the way, while we're on the subject? Like, what is it that anybody likes about Jake Gyllenhaal?
He's a great actor.
Is he a great actor though, Mark?
Yes.
Is he like what's he ever really done where you were like blown away by it? In terms of name a scene where you're like, holy shit, Gyllenhaal is fucking amazing.
Southpaw. I liked him in the boxing movie.
All right.
I like that movie, Southpaw.
Same.
I like Nightcrawler.
I was
thought
gonna.
that was interesting.
That was the one I was going to say.
dissertation on. He ain't buying it.
I'm still
No.
waiting for any scene. I'm hearing movies. I haven't heard a scene yet. Because he
I've seen it
fucking
forever. I
signed.
can't remember the
You
scene.
know he does.
I can't remember that. I haven't seen him forever.
I know you
man.
can't remember because he's ultimately
The Bubble
forgettable.
Boy. There you go.
as an
Bubble
actor.
Boy. When he was in the bubble, the scene where he's in the bubble and Bubble Boy. He's in the fucking bubble.
Let's see. We got a super chat that says Donnie Darko made me a fan of Jake. Yes, I
Not Body by Jake. I mean, Zodiac, I don't hate it, but I do agree it's very hard to sit through, and I never care to rewatch it. It does. I get that he wants to portray the details. Is there any way he could have made it more exciting? Some way?
I mean, there's not really. That's what happened. You know what I mean? Unless you were to completely make a fictional,
Mark.
like what?
Look, Mark, you know, we don't have to have like a fucking play-by-play of every murder that happened for this to be entertaining. We can edit some shit. This movie's like 3 hours long. I don't know if they know that he fucking, walked a certain way or carried his gun a certain way.
I mean, the attention to detail is amazing to me.
My naps are more intense.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. I apologize. I need to calm myself down. I get in the Gyllenhaal hate bubble and I just can't get myself out of it. I apologize.
Yeah, but Mark, there are documentaries on this that are at least more exciting than this movie. And those documentaries are talking about how it happened. So how come those documentaries made it more interesting and entertaining, and this movie is just slow motion?
Because you're
underwater?
not delving into the lives of the characters, well, the real life people that were there at the same time, which is
It's
what this
better
film does at the
pacing.
same time.
Not some boring as fuck reporters. And, well, I like to do puzzles. Give a fuck.
Well, I mean, that's what the killer did. I mean,
I'm talking about Jay Gyllenhaal's character. Ooh, you do puzzles. I don't give a fuck.
well, yeah, some people that were involved. That's how they broke some of the ciphers.
I mean, like everybody, there's some bullshit in there too. We all know.
Yeah, I mean, they took a few liberties here and there for sure. I mean,
well, they
yeah,
should take more liberties and make it like less boring.
I mean, I don't think there's any way to not make it boring for you. I mean, I think
their documentaries are not boring, so there obviously is a way.
But are those documentaries the same running time as the film? Is it because of the running time? Is it the cast?
Well, that's one way. Don't make it 3 hours long. I don't need to know what toilet paper Jay Gyllenhaal had when he was doing his puzzle in this instance in 1974, whatever.
It says Rambo started as a fan, just hardcore this movie just to attack Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the film, but it's like it was hard to sit through. Because like when the killer is doing the kills with the music, like those moments are fine. Like the way when the killings happen. Okay, All the President's Men, Robert Redford, that movie made
If you can hear us, Rambo, you
investigation journalism and All the President's Men. All the President's Men investigation journalism, that made that interesting. And study that film and how you make that interesting. Because like that film is great. I think All the President's Men's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Learn some tricks from that for this.
It's just, yeah. I mean, some of the like the murder kind of set pieces of it, where not the movie murder set, but the actual murder set pieces, where they set it up those are really kind of like the parts I remember about the movie because they're done really, really well and they're very kind. It's all of the shit in between that where they're all hanging out in precinct and they fucking playing grab ass with each other, and he's at home with his wife and they're having marriage problems because he's on this case all the time and he's doing puzzles and watching TV. It's like I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit. Like that all that stuff doesn't need to be in a movie. It just doesn't. But let's see what does Tarantino have to say? I'm curious. When I first watched Zodiac, I wasn't that into it, and then it started playing the movie channels. The first thing I knew, watching 20 minutes of it, 40 minutes of it, and I realized this is a lot more engaging than I remember it being. And it kept grabbing me in different sections. I'll bet it did. So I decided to watch this goddamn thing again, and it was a whole different experience from that point on. I find myself every 6 or 7 years watching it again, and it's a luxurious experience that I give myself over to. A mesmerizing masterwork. I find myself watching it too whenever like I can't go to sleep. I need to. Anyway. Number 5. There Will Be Blood, 2007, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, PTA.
I like the film. Not my favorite PTA movie. Boogie Nights is still my favorite. Although I haven't seen One Battle After Another yet. I got like a whole thing to say about it, but like I'll let you guys go.
What's the whole thing?
Oh, I guess I'll just go then. So for years, me and a friend of mine who are fans of the movie, we had talked about how Dano was one of the worst parts of the movie. So seeing Tarantino saying it now just makes it even funnier to me and to him. That like it's like, well, we're not crazy. We had been saying that for so long, and I always thought that everybody loved his performance in it because most of the time, anytime I've talked to them about the movie to certain people, they always say they like Dano. Me, however, and my buddy, we were never on board with that. I think Tarantino said Austin Butler, maybe. Was that who he said?
Yeah.
I could see that. At the time, I think
he was like 14 years old.
Yeah, like I think he was. I don't even know if he was doing movies yet at the time. I think he was doing like TV stuff. And Austin Butler's good. I don't mind him. People trying to figure out who that is. He plays Tex in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. One of his more notable and more recent roles.
He was Elvis, Bulls.
Yeah, that too.
Mama.
I think it's a really, really good film. I like the Daniel Day-Lewis performance. He does carry a lot of it. The whole California oil boom, it's pretty wild to see that in a film like that. Put it this way, you could imagine how the government and other people would have reacted to doing stuff with oil. And I mean, God, we've heard all the stories about war over oil and shit like that, which I'm not going to go into, but seeing his character like go on like this ruthless like quest to become wealthy, and crossing the line and committing murder and stuff, like it's pretty crazy. I really like the story. Very exceptionally well done movie. Would I put it at number 5? I don't think so. It would probably make a top 100 list.
So when I saw it, I think that my immediate reaction was I didn't really understand what the big deal was about it. And then I watched it again and I kind of like more understood because the set pieces in that movie are amazing. It reminds me of like Sorcerer in a way because a lot of that is practical set pieces, actual locations, things like that, which I really appreciate about that movie. Daniel Day-Lewis is the whole fucking show with that movie, though. That much is true, but I don't think it would matter who you put in that other role. Like, his performance was so good, you could put anybody. It's gonna overshadow that person. Like, it's not gonna matter. It's just that good in that movie. It's a little long, but all those movies around that time were, especially those kind of epic movies like that. I liked it fine. I mean, as a movie, I think it doesn't grab me as much as some others, but as a performance, I think that Daniel Day-Lewis is probably one of the best top 5 performances of the 21st century, I'd say. What about you, Matt? Come on.
I think it sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be killer if that was it.
No, I agree with a lot of what you said, where when I saw the film, it was okay. But what makes it is Daniel Day-Lewis's performance. And I fully stand by what people have said. It's if some other actor did that, do you think the film will be as remembered?
No. Absolutely not.
So
I don't
agree
know of
that
any other actor that could have done that either in the way that he did it.
So yeah, he is the real show. It's a good showmanship for his acting. And there's some good set pieces, the oil rising up, the explosion, that type of stuff. But Daniel Day-Lewis, he draws you in, he keeps your attention, despite the very lengthy running time, despite I think there's some gaps that could have been a bit tighter editing wise. But yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis, I have no issues with it. He gave an excellent performance. So, like you said, it's him alone makes that film worth a watch. I did give you that, yeah.
So somebody asked, was Paul Dano good in it? And I'll put it to you this way. I don't remember any of his parts except for the bowling alley scene. So if that tells you anything, I don't know if that's it's just not very.
He's supposed to be a weak character. That's the whole point. So
that's true. Yeah,
that's kind of what you're supposed to do. Is that Daniel Day-Lewis eats him up alive verbally, and then almost physically by the end.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the whole point. Is just how this guy eats everyone up, in particular this guy by the end. So it's like he kind of did what he was supposed to. So if Tarantino's like, well, he's weak. Well, I mean, that's what the part's supposed to be, is he's weak. That's the whole point. So can you mad at the guy for doing what he was supposed to do, is being weak?
I want to get mad at him. I want to fucking tell him go fuck himself. He deserves all this hate. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't think about him one way or the other. But
right,
I do think though that there's a scene in that movie where they should really show it to, like, and they probably do, in acting school, like for acting classes and things like that. And it's the scene where he's doing the whole I abandoned my boy, I abandoned my son, and like he's progressively getting more and more worked up about it. Daniel Day-Lewis is. That whole scene is just insanely good. The acting, the way that he is like pulling that out of him is some of the best stuff that I've seen, really.
yeah.
Let's see. What did he say about it? Did I read that yet? I didn't, did I? Daniel Day-Lewis, that old style craftsmanship quality to the film. It had an old Hollywood craftsmanship without trying to be like that. It was the only film he's ever done, and I brought it up to him, that doesn't have a set piece. The fire is the closest to a set piece. This was about dealing with a narrative, dealing with the story, and he did it amazingly. There Will Be Blood will stand a good chance of being at number 1 or 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. Here we go. And that flaw is Paul Dano. Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, but it's also drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. Dano is weak sauce, man. He's the weak sister. Austin Butler would have been wonderful in that role. He's just such a weak, uninteresting guy. The weakest fucking actor in SAG. Damn, he really like shit on that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize how bad that was, but that pretty much says all that needs to be said, I think.
Yeah.
He might as well just say he can kiss my ass. That's pretty much what Tarantino said.
Do you think it's weird though to like come out and just attack like an actor? Like, I don't know if I've ever heard him do that to that degree before, where he's just like, fuck this one particular guy.
Yeah.
I've heard him say he doesn't like other people in the past, but to say that he's the worst actor in SAG, that's the part that got me. Like, I've never heard him say anything like that before. So that says a lot. He really hates Dano, I guess.
That is just brutal. A brutal takedown. So that puts us at number 4, though. I don't think I've seen this movie. I don't really think I ever will, to be honest. Dunkirk, 2017, directed by Christopher Nolan. I'm sure it's another long ass movie too.
Well, I mean, it's it's Nolan, so kind of know what you're in for there. It's an amazing looking film. Shot it on IMAX 65 millimeter.
Is it World War II?
What is
the movie? Does it take place in World War II?
Yeah. I mean, you could say it's a historical war drama.
Is it ship battles, right? In the water
and in the air? There's an air battle as well.
It's okay. I mean, I've seen better war films, and it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of an evacuation / rescue mission type of movie, which, in a weird way, that's kind of what Black Hawk Down becomes. But we'll get to that. Yeah, I like it a lot. Man, it's tough when you start to think about everything. Number 4, I'm not mad at it, but man, like
I don't think it deserves that high. I mean, even Nolan, I would put Inception above it. I think Inception's better than Dunkirk. And Dunkirk is fine. It's okay. I've seen it. What does he say about Dunkirk?
He says, another film that I didn't initially like. What I now love about it, and then I feel there's a real mastery to it, and I came around to watching it again and again and again. The first time, it not like it left me cold. It was so kind of gobsmacking that I didn't really know what I saw. It was almost too much. And then the second time I saw it, my brain was able to take in a little bit more. And then the third time and the fourth time, it was like, wow, it just blew me away.
I mean, if we're talking about war films, I would say one that impressed me more was it 1917? The one that makes it look like it was all in one take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that one I thought was more interesting to me compared to Dunkirk. So, I mean, I would put above it.
Truth be known, I just don't think I fucking really like or care about war movies that much. I mean, I just, when one like that comes out, and you know it's going to be a big, epic kind of long movie with all these big set pieces, I tune out. I just don't care.
Well, it doesn't depend on the period, because I would say like the Vietnam ones are more interesting, like Hamburger Hill, Full Metal Jacket, Casualties of War. I would say those are more interesting to me.
those are usually, though, those movies are like a much smaller scale. Like they usually revolve around a pack of guys, and you kind of follow them through the whole movie, and then
Yeah.
it's very small, kind of pared down style movies because it was guerrilla warfare, right? But these big ass like World War II and World War One movies where like everything's huge and the battles are all, massive, and it's widescreen shit, and there's 50 million people everywhere and stuff. I don't fucking care. I don't know why. I just don't.
Is there any one war film that you would say you like the most? Apocalypse Now, Platoon.
Look, when it comes to like World War II movies, I like Saving Private Ryan a lot. I love Platoon. Platoon's fine. Full Metal Jacket is great. I don't guess I like hate all war movies. I just hate the big, epic style ones that come out.
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Fucking movie. Ben Affleck. Name some more war movies while we're at it. I'll just tell you if I like them or not.
Hamburger Hill.
Yeah, it's good.
Casualties of War.
It's fine. Like Sean Penn.
We Were Soldiers, the Mel Gibson one.
I may have seen that one time. I don't remember it.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Fine. Yeah.
Which I don't really that above Dunkirk. Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I did. Fine movie. I don't know how much like Vince Vaughn. Is that the one? Vince Vaughn is like the drill instructor.
Yeah, Mel Gibson directed it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Thin Red Line.
Don't remember it. Saw it, but I don't remember it.
The last war film that came out.
Patton is great, but listen, the thing about Patton is I could watch George C. Scott read like the back of a cereal box, and I would be like enthralled. So,
you mentioned Mel Gibson. What about The Patriot?
I love The Patriot.
Okay.
But I mean, The Patriot is basically Braveheart set in the Revolutionary War, man. It's the exact same fucking movie. So I mean, he gets me with that whole thing, the whole revenge. If something happens to the family or the wife or whatever, revenge kind of. I'm always a sucker for those type of movies. Anyway.
I know what he needs to see. Jarhead.
Oh man,
who's in Jarhead?
No, I don't. I know who's in Jarhead.
All.
I mean, yeah. Fury, I thought was really good. There's parts of it that are not great, but like other parts of it where the battle scenes were great. Plus, I don't care much for fuckface in that. What's his name?
Who's
Shia LaBeouf?
Yes, Shia LaDouche.
Oh. Does Inglourious Basterds count?
Yeah, that's actually one of the ones on my list.
Oh, well, there you
go. Oh, nice. Okay.
The Hurt Locker?
I'm not sure I've ever seen that movie.
I don't know if this would count, but what about The Kingdom?
Never seen it. Don't think. Ernest Goes to the Army. Sadly enough, I haven't seen that either.
Stripes, the best military movie. Well, the Stripes.
Oh, Stripes, yeah. But is that really a war movie, though? I mean.
Well, I mean, I've talked to some. They said that's the most realistic.
Really?
They said, believe it or not, Stripes is like the most realistic of how people are in the military.
That's fucked up, then. That's really sad. That's true. Okay. Number 3 is 2003's Lost in Translation with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, directed by Sofia Coppola.
Yep.
I haven't seen that film forever. I do remember liking it. That was a nice change for Bill Murray. I remember some really good looking, just where they shot it in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan.
Yep.
So it's nice.
Looks
scenery.
amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't Scarlett Johansson in that?
Yep.
Yep.
She was actually okay in that before the Black Widow BS. I haven't seen him forever, so I'd have to rewatch it again. I remember liking it. I don't know, it'll be my top 3, but
Yeah. It's a really good film.
It falls into that same category for me of like what you were saying. Like I watched it when it came out. I could not tell you anything about it now.
same.
I mean, it didn't leave a lasting impression on me clearly, but I remember like being like it's okay. It's fine. Like it just didn't
Right.
strike me. But this would have come out what in 2000, I say 2003. So yeah, I haven't seen it in 22 years. So it's like I don't know, maybe it would hit me differently now.
Yeah, like you said, great looking film. It's somewhat refreshing because it does not end in the cliche way that most films like that do end, where they get together and it's happily ever after and they're gonna be together forever. And sorry if this is spoiling it, but I mean this was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But they part ways, and they gave each other something at the time that both of them, swapping stories and like personal things. I mean, it sounds bad to call it a rom-com, but I mean, it pretty much kind of is. It is. You could say it's a chick movie, but it's well done. I mean, I like Giovanni Ribisi in it. I think Anna Faris is in it too. So
Is she
yeah,
really? I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
yeah, I think Anna Faris is like the famous actress because Giovanni Ribisi is like a celebrity photographer or something, I think. A full-on departure from pretty much most of Bill Murray's career. So I mean, if you're expecting the typical Bill Murray kind of thing, it's totally not that.
He did another movie too that was like a similar kind of tone called Broken Flowers, right?
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember when that came out, but like it was more of a.
I think it was after this, 2006 or so.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Because it was
So-
like Jim Jarmusch, I think.
Tarantino says, I fell so much in love with Lost in Translation that I fell in love with Sofia Coppola and made her my girlfriend. God. I courted and wooed her and did it all in public. It was like it was out of a
Well, that's
Jane
not
Austen-
weird at all.
No, he's fine. I didn't know her well enough to get together on my own, but I kept going to events and I guess eventually,
So you stalked her.
yeah.
That's the way to do it.
I spoke to Pedro Almodovar about this, and we both agreed it was such a girly movie in such a delicious way. I hadn't seen such a girly movie in a very long time, and I hadn't seen such a girly movie like that to be done so well. He is really fucking weird, dude. He needs some sort of therapy and or shock treatment immediately. Probably a combination of both.
Did we mention the fact he got turned on by Passion of the Christ?
Yeah, we brought it up.
Okay, well, I'll mention it again. He got turned on from Passion of the Christ. And he likes feet.
Dude
So-
definitely has got some repressed shit going on from his childhood that he needs to fucking sort out.
Yeah. Maybe go to a foot doctor.
But go to a podiatrist therapist or something. Okay. Number 2. This is another movie I saw in the theater. Amazingly. I think I saw this in IMAX. I believe I did. Number 2 was 2010's Toy Story 3.
Really?
Now yes. Now the funny thing about this is that I actually do think this is a really good movie. It's just a really weird choice, but I mean, this guy
Weird
is
choice. Yeah.
off his rocker anyway. So,
This is the kind of movie where I really enjoy it. I like, especially like the last act of it. I mean, you don't want to see the toys die or burn up, and it's like I remember watching that scene, and I'm like, why do I care so much? They're toys. Like, this is an animated film, but I really loved it. Like it would be even more epic if that was the last movie in the trilogy.
Yeah, because the fourth one definitely did not live up to the rest
Yeah,
of it.
I thought I was going to say it would have been more epic if the toys died.
No.
Damn it, Rambo! Why you gotta fucking ruin shit?
I thought that's what you were going to say.
Rambo's two solutions to making every movie better is like everybody dies or there's like an action sequence. Like,
You know, if it works.
yeah.
I don't know about number two.
I don't give a shit about Toy Story 3.
You should fucking give a shit. That movie is a heartfelt masterpiece. God damn it.
The first two I probably thought was better. Give a fuck about Toy Story 3. Fuck Toy Story 3.
How dare
Fuck
you?
them apples, Mark. Take you Zodiac.
How we get back to Zodiac?
Now we're back on Zodiac.
I don't know. I mean, Toy Story 3 is not a bad movie. I just don't see it. I don't like it that much. It's not a bad movie, but I don't think it's not a bad movie. I'm just playing. I don't see it as the second best film of the 21st century.
Absolutely. It's very weird. He's a very weird guy. Here's what he says. The last 5 minutes ripped my fucking heart out, and I even try to describe. And if I try to describe the end, I'll start crying and get choked up. It's just remarkable. It's almost a perfect movie, and we don't even get to talk about the great comedy bits, which are never ending. I think people never nail the third film of a trilogy. I think the other one is the good, the bad, and the ugly to me, and this is the good and the bad and the ugly of animated films. This is the greatest end of a trilogy. Jesus Christ.
Again, that's weird because I didn't even know he said that, but it would have been better if that was the end.
Yeah.
I've heard people say about the ending. I don't get it. Teach their own. I don't get what tearing your heart out. I just don't get it. I've heard a lot of people say it. I'm like, really?
Matt is essentially a cyborg, so he feels no human emotions.
Is this the toys going to another snot-nosed kid who's going to stick them up their ass too? So you should feel sorry for the toys.
Yeah.
They just don't be tortured more.
That's it. God.
I mean, if it took her fucking PlayStation away, maybe I'll cry for that. Take my DVD player.
Granny says, "Why do you cry?"
Like Terminator.
Terminator 2. Yeah. Oh fuck. Okay, let's move on to the number one pick, which I will never understand. I don't understand whatsoever. It's the oddest number one pick I think I've ever seen in any list like this. It's 2001's Black Hawk Down by Ridley Scott. That's his number one pick.
I mean, I like the film. I think it's a very good film. I would not put it in my number one. It probably would not be in my top 50 of the 21st century. I do think it's a fairly good movie with a good cast. I think it's a pretty good war film.
Cast is fantastic.
The top, though, I don't see the top. Like I said, it probably would be in my top 50.
It's such a weird choice because to me it just seemed like such a just disposable movie. Like, I mean, I saw it, but again, like even more so than any other movie on this list, like I sat through it, it was fine. Whatever. It just didn't give a shit. And I don't understand that pick at all. I certainly don't understand that pick being number one.
What does he say?
I liked it when I first saw it. He apparently liked a lot of movies when he first saw it, and then really, really liked them later on. But I actually think it was so intense that it stopped working for me. I didn't carry it with me the way I should have. Since then, I've seen it a couple of times, not a bunch of times, but I think it's a masterwork. And one of the things I love so much about it is this is the only movie that actually goes completely for an apocalypse now sense of purpose and visual effect and feeling. And I think it achieves it. It keeps up the intensity for 2 hours and 45 minutes or whatever it is. And I watched it again recently. My heart was going through the entire runtime of the movie. It had me and never let me go, and I hadn't seen it in a while. The feat of direction is beyond extraordinary.
There's
I
no
don't
feet.
know.
There's no feet. That's why it's number one. Feet.
Feet.
I know, different feet.
Dude, I didn't get that at all from that movie, but
Okay, is there a movie, not this of course, that you feel similar where it grabbed you, it was intense, and then let you go till the end?
yes,
Okay.
there's several movies like that.
Okay.
I have them on this list. We're going to talk about them.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
there's a bunch of movies that I'm looking at right now that I think do a better job than that. One very in particular movie, which I can't believe is not on his list, but I mean, like I said, he's a weird guy, and this is a very personal list. And I guess like if we really made like personal list of what's the shit that we really watch like over and over and over again and really like, it would probably be different than some, just
Absolutely.
something that everybody talks about.
We'd all be weird. Where everybody's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe not Tarantino weird. I'm not, fetishizing Jesus getting beat up and getting hard on from it, and looking at people's feet.
Yeah, I
and
don't. I don't think. I don't know. Somebody beat him in like a shoebox or something when he was like a kid, and he got around. Something happened. I don't know what it was, but
maybe it was like Tony
he
Atlas.
connected somehow or another, like feet and pain and like with sex and.
That's the
still
next thing.
connected.
There's going to be a Tony Atlas type of video where someone's just stepping on Tarantino's face. Like Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas, that fucking guy. Wait a minute, Mark. You didn't say anything about Black Hawk Down. What are your thoughts?
I like the film a lot. I think one of you mentioned how the cast is really good. Exceptional cast all the way around. I also mentioned earlier, like I like the aspect that it is like it becomes this retreat type of film where it's also rescue, and because I think they were going to Somalia for like a warlord's lieutenants or something like that, and then it turns into this whole other film. Yeah, it is pretty intense. I do like the extended cut, which makes the movie longer. I know, Uncle Bill, you probably don't care about that, but I do like the extra.
Is there an edited cut?
There's an
Makes the damn
extended
thing
cut.
shorter?
Yeah. No, no, not shorter. It makes it longer.
That's what I want them to start doing in movies, make them fucking shorter. Jesus. Especially Michael Mann. There needs to be a fucking edited version where
Oh,
he takes
come
out about
on.
30 minutes of shit and make it watchable.
Well, Mark, would you like the movie? It was called White Hawk Down.
Sure.
Yeah. That's his issue with it.
Yeah.
All right. So we said that we were going to do like some of our own lists. So like, okay, what would be our picks for favorite 21st century movies? I don't know how many picks that you got, Rambo. I saw you put up a list of like 30 or something on Facebook. So I know you got.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to list them all, but I just for my own fun, I listed because it's fun in a challenging way but you always don't forget stuff. That's the thing. There's just too many movies to remember. But I think Mark should go first because he loves Liz.
I don't have any movies for the list, so I didn't see the
We've
message.
been here for
so
2 hours. You can't think of any for 2 hours.
We're talking about Tarantino's list. That's
And you
why.
can't think of any 3.
Mark is
2
like,
hours.
fuck his list. All right, Mark. Well, you could just, I guess, tell us what you think about some of this shit. Because some of these would probably be on your list, I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel
more than
like.
likely. Yeah.
I don't know. How do you want to do this, Rambo? You want to go back and forth or just like do 5 a piece?
Yeah, I think 5. And I don't have a specific ranking. I would just rank them. Do you have a specific ranking or just 5?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't really rank them or anything.
We just go back and forth 5. That's sure.
All right. So number 5, and I guess these are in no particular order, really, but like this is one of the movies that I absolutely was surprised by how good it was and how much I liked it and how much I rewatch it now. It's still underrated. I still think that people don't give this movie its due. I'm not sure why that is exactly, but I love this movie, and that is Bullet Train. So that was in my top. I guess I put down like 20 movies on here. That's in my top 20 at least. I don't know where I would actually rank it if I had to rank it, but I think it's like you're talking about a movie that has intensity and never stops. That's what I was thinking of when you said that. This movie just like starts and just never slows down, like whatsoever.
It's a great pick.
It's written really well. It's got really memorable characters in it. Brad Pitt's amazing in it. Like it's one of my favorite roles that he's done in a while. Yeah, I just think that the action sequences in it are great. The 2 brother characters are great. I forget what they're called. Lemon and something else. I can't remember their names in it, but yeah, we're always talking about Thomas the Train, and he compares everything to like Thomas the Train episodes and shit.
Yeah,
it's also got a really cool thing. Tangerine, yeah. It's also got a really cool thing in it where it does like the thing that like Kill Bill did, where it has like different characters that are like villains, like different kind of super villains, like show up.
Oh, yeah, right.
On the train and stuff. Yeah. Which I always enjoy when they do that in like those kind of movies. So yeah.
Well, one I'll pick that was I don't know where I ranked them, but of these 5, Dread. Saw Dread in the theater. I thought it was such a great throwback. It was a great throwback to yesteryear, but still using the modern technology. And it was around the same time the Raid Redemption was happening, so it wasn't really ripping it off. It's just coincidence. But had a good initial premise, simple but direct. One building, gotta go up floor by floor, gets the audience intrigued. Carl Urban did a really good job. They stuck to the source material in a good way. He kept the mask on. He had the right voice. And it was a movie that didn't have a lot of fat on it. It was pretty evenly to fast-paced. I liked his partner. I thought the lady who played the villain did a good job I liked all the stars he put on her face. Had some really nice, intense set pieces. Has some good one-liners. Mama's not the law. I'm the law. Like, for a comic I heard of but never read, it made me intrigued about the character. And to me, sadly, with people remembering the Stallone Judge Dredd film and people in the US not really knowing what Judge Dredd is, it did fairly poorly. And yeah, the 3D, I saw it in 3D. The 3D was actually really good. Is one of the better usage of 3D I've seen in the theater.
It was the slow-mo drug.
Yeah, the drug slow-mo, the way that's incorporated to the picture, very nice visually.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dredd I thought was a very, like, one of the better action films in a long while. And I could rewatch that anytime. So yeah, Dredd actually got right over here on 4K. So that'd be a choice I would have.
Mark, would you like to have a pick now? Fucking Mark.
I'm not prepared.
Shit ass, Mark.
I don't
right.
have anything. I'll think
I'll
of
go.
something. I'll think of at least one.
I'll go. This would be number 4 in no particular order. And keep in mind, with this one, it's probably mostly because like I'm really into music. But this would be Whiplash.
Hmm.
I remember when I saw that movie, I was like, number one, that's how you end a fucking movie. Like the ending of that movie, or at least like the final climatic kind of scene, you know, where he comes out there and he's kind of unannounced, comes out and gets behind the set and basically plays until he dies, essentially. It was the perfect way to end that movie. But the movie is not really about, to me, it's not really about music or drums or anything like that, as much as it's just about like somebody really wanting to impress somebody else, and that person being like an abusive kind of like father figure to that person, and the dynamic that happens, you know, with that. I just, I can't say enough about both those guys' performance in that movie. If it is like a two-hander, like Tarantino was saying, then both those guys are really, really good. Of course, in any movie, I think like that, there's got to be somebody that's like stands above the other. It's very rarely you see a movie where like there's two leads that are both equally impressive in a movie. So, I mean, it's a, I don't know, it's just a great overall movie and a great film. But I mean, of course, like J.K. Simmons to me is the better performance in that, but Miles Teller is really, really great. I mean, he's no slouch or anything in it either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely a good film. I enjoyed that as well. So I guess the second pick, a film that, I mean, people talk about experiences. This is probably my favorite experience in a theater, so that'll be a part of it. And it's a film that I thought was really good on the technical achievement, and plus I really liked the lead actor, Gravity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Saw it in the theater in 3D, and as cheesy and corny as it sounds, it really did feel like I was in space with Sandra Bullock. Seeing in 3D, the way the director had it, where
Mm-hmm.
the visuals were vibrant, you were with Sandra Bullock, who I've always enjoyed, and you really felt like you were alone in space with her. I thought it was a really interesting take on a survival story. Does get a bit heavy-handed with some of the messages in the third act, but overall, the experience, to the point I saw it twice in the theater just to relive that, was an experience I could, I won't forget. As weird as that sounds, but it was very well crafted, very well acted. After the initial 5-10 minutes, it's just two people, and that's, well, for the most part, just one person, and that's it. And I was just really wowed by the technical achievement that they did in the film. So, yeah, Gravity, I would definitely put up there as, again, an experience that was vibrant ever since I first saw it. I think that was 2013.
2013, yeah. One of the best, how should I say, not even just science fiction, but just one of the best uses of the 3D medium, like as using that as a tool. I mean, where, like you said, you kind of feel like you are there with her. I haven't watched it in a couple years in 3D, but that's what I have. I have the 3D Blu-ray, and even the 3D Blu-ray holds up. Like it still works. The sound is definitely a big part of it too, or lack thereof in some scenes. But you really get the grand sense of scale and scope that they try to portray for like outer space. Like it really does work well. Visually, I love that film. I know what you're talking about with some of the other stuff in the third act. I could do without that, but just visually, God, I love that film. Really, really beautiful to look at.
Mhm. Getting a space handy from Sandy. What?
I know a lot of people don't like Sandra Bullock. I always liked her. Ever since I saw her in Demolition Man Speed, I've always been a big fan of hers. So
Yeah, I don't mind her. Number 3. Let's see. I'll just pick one of these off here. Okay, I'll go with this one because I've never seen another movie like this, and I before or since. And it's one of the only films that I felt like absolutely 100% doesn't feel like a film. It feels like you're just following around like a couple people, one person in particular, and it's fucking still to this day mesmerizing to me that they made this Napoleon Dynamite. It's such it's such a different unique film, man. Like I don't think I've ever seen anything like it still to this day.
Do you have a vote for Pedro shirt?
No,
You need one.
but I should have. Yeah.
You got the burning. You got to get a vote for Pedro.
There's no way though, man. Like if you look at the landscape, even comedies that I've got written down on this list, right, are like traditional comedies. There is nothing traditional about that movie. There's nothing about it that feels like it's a standard, like, linear kind of fucking movie, let alone a comedy. But somehow or another, it just transcends all that shit and just works on its own as being like its own weird little world that you can totally see happen. Like you could totally imagine this place existing and these people existing, and like it doesn't feel acted. It doesn't feel staged. Nothing about it feels at all like it that they bought equipment and came out and made it. It just fucking exists somehow. It's really weird to have an experience like that watching a movie, but I could watch that movie 100 times and never get tired of it. Like it's
a very unique performance from him. I'll say that.
It's every performance in it is fucking weird or unique or like,
yeah.
But it's kind of how people are. Like people don't talk like the way they do in movies, but people act and talk like that all the time.
it's funny you say that. Like I really enjoy the film too. And when you said that, I don't know why. Whenever I think of that film now, I always think of the scene where it's like I don't know, it's like a jar of eggs or something, and the one guy's just talking.
Yeah.
It's like you just look over and just talking.
Yeah.
And they're just watching and just picking the food nonchalantly. And
I thought you were going to talk about the tots, the whole thing with the
oh
tots.
no, well that too. But when he's cleaning the chicken coops and just that old guy, those old people, I forget what he says, but
he's talking about an arrowhead. That scene was completely like he didn't even know he was being filmed. He's actually talking about that. He's like, I found an arrowhead over there or something like that. And like it's just him like talking. Like that's not even supposed to be in the film.
oh really?
Yeah. That's just like they just left the cameras rolling. That guy was telling fucking story. Which is what I mean. The whole thing just is like that to me. That's true. Uncle Rico was the werewolf in Fright Night 2 and in Monster Squad. It's very weird.
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite is great.
Oh.
I guess for 3 for me, I'll pick another comedy. But I'll go in the vein kind of like what Tarantino would do with Jackass the movie. But I would say just this comedy always made me laugh. And it's Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh yeah.
And it might not seem much, but I guess because that seems like a film that is just kind of a stupid stoner comedy, but there's a little bit underneath with the races and just playing off against type, but they're not beating you over the head and being preachy about it. Plus, I'm a big fan of those two actors. I think John Cho does a really good job in particular. There's a lot of very funny moments, and there's moments that are pretty clever. There's the guy in the jail cell that will never get mad. even though he's been put there by the cops and stuff. It's all right. You know, everything's fine. Plus, it doesn't matter. I have a big dick anyway. Stuff like that. And but yeah, that film where two guys, because back to the day, you would see a lot of comedies where two guys really had good chemistry, even like Friday or Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor. I don't find a lot of that with two guys having that type of chemistry in a comedy today, but those two really had it. And obviously it worked, so they made 3 films, but the first one I thought was the best. I think that chemistry, like for comedy teams, they actually worked really well. And again, you would see a lot more of that back in the day. Chris Farley, David Spade, stuff like that. But I thought of the modern era of comedy, that was actually a pretty funny team that worked well in those 3 films.
I love those movies. Well, at least the first 2. I'm not sure if I've seen the last one, but like, yeah, the first 2, like I watched a million different times.
Well, you got to watch the third one now. I mean, it's a Christmas movie.
The scene that always got me in that movie, though, man, I think it's the first one. I'm pretty sure it is. Isn't it Christopher Mellon, Freak Show?
Yep.
where he's fucking standing outside and he's going, Randy, what? The devil? Huh? Devil is everywhere. That whole fucking sequence just kills me, man. Just a lot of this. You're right, though. They were a really good duo, and it's one of those movies that, like, it's like a Cheech and Chong movie or something. Like, come back, the modern day version of that. I do really enjoy those movies, though. Mark, what you got?
I'm
gonna keep throwing it up till he says something.
Off the top of my head, because I mentioned this film before, this was a film that caused a lot of controversy when it came out, and I'm not even sure that most people know that it was actually initially rated NC-17. Once again, fuck the MPAA. I need a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah,
but Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street, baby. Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, easily one of the best. I guess you could call it a biographical film. Follows Jordan Belfort. Everybody's seen the movie. I don't need to talk about that. But what I will say, I think that that's one of those films that going in, I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't even know if I had heard of the name of Jordan Belfort before that. But it got me really interested to the point where afterwards I did look him up, learned all about him. I mean, he's done interviews since the movie's come out, and he's talked about how accurate the film was. The fact that was that guy's life is pretty astonishing to me. And it really is a movie. I mean, not just in the sense of the film that I'm talking about, but I mean, everything that he did. I mean, who lives like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
seems like he had an amazing time.
When I think about like scenes, because I kind of base some of this stuff on too. Like, I mean, how many scenes can I remember from the movie that stand out, for me and stuff? When I think about that movie, like, there's always one scene that stands out. It's the scene where he's like taking the Quaaludes and he tries to drive the car, and he thinks he's like doing fine, like going up the steps and shit. It shows him like outside, like on the ground, like pulling himself. Like, I always thought that was like amazing. And there's some really good sequences in that movie too, like a whole bunch of stuff that's really good in that movie. And the guy that played the FBI agent is really great, a great kind of counterpart to him as well.
Kyle Chandler.
Is that his name? I had no idea. Yeah.
All the other parts too. I mean, of course, Margot Robbie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There's one particular scene, especially. Yeah.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey's great.
Calm down, Mark. Calm down.
He's not in it that much, but he's great in it. I love his whole mentorship that he gives to DiCaprio. It's really, really funny.
Where he does does
a little cocaine and then he's beating his chest.
All right. What does this put me at, Rambo? 2? My
You've
number
said
two?
3 of them already, so
Okay.
yeah, 2 more.
My number 2 would be Snatch, the Guy Ritchie movie. I think that that's my favorite. Oh, I don't know if it's my favorite gangster film. It's definitely one of my favorite gangster films. Here's what I like about that movie too. I think it does the Tarantino thing better than Tarantino.
Hmm.
So the hyper ass editing and the going back and forth in timelines and things like that, I think it does that better. And I think the characters are better in that movie than a lot of Tarantino's movies. Um, I pretty much the humor works in those movies, the violence works in those movies, or in that movie. Sorry, the everything about that movie worked to me, including the ending, which I 100% didn't see coming, where he screws them all over by betting a certain way that that because he won't ever go down, and he'll always like bet on himself and all that, and the ending where they think that they've got them all like surrounded and all that shit, and all the gypsies like take revenge was great. I also love the character. What the fuck is his name? Shit. Is it Bricktop or is that in another one? The old English guy. I think it's Bricktop. Anyway, like his character is amazing. If I could think of his fucking name, I think that's it. But you've got again like Bricktop Tony. Okay, so you got Bricktop Tony. I always get these two confused. Bricktop Tony is played by Vinnie Jones, who's also great in this fucking movie too. But you've got the other guy too, who is I'm completely blanking on this guy's fucking name. Who's probably the best character in the whole damn movie, and I can't think of his name. No, I'm sorry. Bricktop is the guy. Then it's Bullet Tooth Tony. But okay, so Bricktop is the old English guy, who's probably the best character in it. Who's like the guy that's trying to fix all the fights and things like that. Who eventually ends up, killing the Brad Pitt who plays the gypsy guy's mom, which kind of sets forth the whole part of the story. And then Bullet Tooth Tony is like a great character too. He's just kind of running around like trying to find the diamond. But anyway, point is that the movie itself, the way that it's filmed and the energy behind that movie and the dialogue in that movie and the fact that like it is so humorous. And again, Brad Pitt plays a fucking amazing role. You can't understand a damn word he's saying, but he's actually talking like in a gypsy, whatever kind of like code style language. But I don't know. I was always fascinated by that movie and fucking loved it.
Do you like Jason Statham
Do I like Jason Statham?
in the movie?
Yeah, he's fine, but he's probably the least memorable role in that movie. And that's even if you include like,
Del Toro as well.
Del Toro he's good, but also Dennis Farina, he steals every fucking scene that he's in. And then like who else? The guy that plays Tyrone and all those guys, they're great in the scenes that they're in as well. So I think that actually Statham is probably like the least memorable guy in that movie. Tommy is the kind of sidekick, but he's actually, I think, more interesting of a character. The Turkish being Jason Statham's movie is just kind of like the straight guy.
Yeah. What was Del Toro's name? And he had a funny name too. Is it Frank?
Frankie Four Fingers.
Frankie Four Fingers. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I mean, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is great, but I think he really like refined that whole thing with Snatch. Like it just,
I can see
he
that.
kind of understood more about what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's not a guy we talk about too much. As far as his later films, have you seen any of his later work?
Yeah, I loved his. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Rambo liked it, but I loved it.
So,
That last movie that he came out with fucking Henry Cavill in it. You know, the one where they're like, on it's got a really weird name.
yeah.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Fuckers or something.
Warfare, Ungentlemanly Warfare. Yeah.
I really like that movie.
I
Rambo.
never seen that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought for some reason you didn't like it.
No, I never saw that one. I'll have to check it out.
It's actually pretty good and like very violent, very well done, very well paced. Like a return to kind of some of his shit. But I don't know if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah, you might like it, Rambo. I think you would.
So we're at the fourth pick of the 5.
I was at 2. That was my number 2. I was going from
Okay,
5 to 1.
so because there's 2 more. One, I'll say, because Tarantino was talking about how there's films that kind of were made and done, and then people referenced them, like Rob Zombie, which I didn't see that. But the film I would pick, 1, I really enjoy it. 2, it's a very tight little action movie, and 3, really did inspire a ton of movies that ripped it off, sequels. It gave this actor a new life, and that is the first Taken movie.
Oh yeah, that's fucking classic. Yeah,
I thought you were going to say Die Hard. For some reason, that just
Die Hard, the 80s movie. I didn't. Okay. But I know Die Hard is not in the Mark. Not that. I know I'm senile, but not too much.
It just popped in my head for some reason.
Taken, I mean, I didn't think it would be much. I heard the hype when it came out. I'm like, okay, it's just an action film. But then when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I liked it. And then when I watched it again, I'm like, you know what? This is just a very straightforward, tightly paced, with a very intense Liam Neeson performance and that classic phone call scene that's become fairly iconic. And it kind of knew what it was. It took that old school vibe of back in the day where it was a simple commando type of, just sadly without the violence, but that commando type of, you took my daughter, I gotta go chase you down, but done in that 2008-ish era. And well acted. When it starts, it doesn't let go. And I thought it was pretty well done. And then you saw so many movies afterward where, well, Liam Neeson, so we gotta get, Pierce Brosnan does one and Kevin Costner does one, like all these older actors, they want their own Taken movie.
Yeah.
And none of them were really as good as that first one. And that first one was a good spark that really, catapulted Liam Neeson's career. And a lot of people took inspiration from it, tried to make the movies like it, where you had, it wasn't just older people, like good actors like Liam Neeson. You could turn them into action stars and take a chance on it. They didn't all do it great. They didn't all do it well. But I thought Taken still holds up to this day. It's a very tightly paced movie. It's not 2 hours, 2.5 hours long. Sorry, Mark. but
Okay.
Mark's getting shit on my eyeballs. What the fuck?
But yeah, that's the film I always enjoyed, and it would be on my list.
Fuck.
The first Taken.
Oh yeah, I love the first Taken. I actually like the second one as well. So,
how about you, Mark?
I don't have another pick right now. Let me think.
I mean, do you like Taken?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I do know what you mean. Like that did spawn a lot of those movies where they took one of the better ripoffs. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I'll keep it short. Nobody was one of those kinds of films that I think kind of came from that. Take an older guy, he's not an action star, that's never his forte, like just thrust an actor that's capable in there and it pulls it off and it works. That's a really fun, fast-paced film that doesn't get talked about too much. I think it did a little bit more back when it came out, but now it's kind of quiet. And off stream, you know, Rambo and I have talked about the sequel, which I won't go into too much detail, but it didn't live up to the first one. As far as Taken goes, though, the sequels, some diminishing returns with, especially like the last one. The first one, though, I think is fine. I'm not a hater. I like it. It's a good movie.
So you hate it?
No.
No, just okay. Go ahead. So, did you have a pick? Any pick for a movie?
No.
Okay,
Well,
so
pick one. Pick one, motherfucker, now, right now.
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Happy killer.
Yeah. That and the last Indiana Jones movie. Those are my two. There you go.
Great. Minecraft.
Yeah,
One of
Minecraft.
his favorites.
What about Get Out?
Yeah, of course.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived that every day. I don't need to see the movie.
But I'm okay with Get Out. Like, okay, that's a movie a lot of people like. I like that movie as well. Is that a movie that would be on a list? 25, 20.
It's on a lot of people's lists. I know that.
Not on yours?
No.
Probably wouldn't be on mine either, although I do like the film.
I like it too. It wouldn't be.
I like the film, but conceptually it's very bold. Even surprising in some ways that was his first horror feature. Yeah, I like it a lot, but I don't think it would make a list though. Not a top 20 list, that's for sure.
How about The Substance?
No, not a top 20 list. I do love the film. Visually, it's very striking. Fantastic production and cinematography. Could look at it all day long. That's one I could watch on mute.
So do you have a pick?
No, I said no already.
Yeah, no, you don't have one.
I don't have one yet.
I'm trying to get you out, Mark.
All right, then I'll just do my last one, and I'm just going to throw one out here that I think is probably the most underrated film of any of these movies we've talked about. Nobody ever references this movie, and I think it's probably one of the best action film / drama / like satire movies that's been made in the 21st century. And I do not understand for the life of me why more people don't get behind this movie, but it's 2020's The Hunt. I've talked about this movie a million fucking times, but like to me, it's pretty. I'm not saying this is my number one. None of these films are ranked by like, you know, they're not ranked or anything like that. I'm saying that like as far as a movie that I go back to and watch all the time that gets no respect, nobody ever talks about it. I don't understand why, because like Betty Gilpin is fucking amazing in it. She gives one of the best like lead performances I've seen any female like give in any movie, like an action movie like this. Also, Hilary Swank is great as like the villain at the end of it, that kind of like the final boss. It has like an amazing like setup and idea to it where they drop all these people off in this, you know, kind of fake town and have them like all get murdered off one by one because that they've said things that were against like liberals, essentially. Like that's the basis of the movie is that everybody in it had either said or written something bad about like liberals, and that all these liberals had put them all together to kill them, and they always try to make them confess that like before they kill him that like what they've done is wrong, and to trick them into saying that what they've done is wrong, so they could justify what they're doing. So it basically makes fun of like both parties, which is what I love.
The satire is great. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that that's one of my most.
So do you think the politics hurt it to the point why people don't mention it now?
I think so, because people fucking they'll pick a side on that one way or the other and like be against it just to be whatever contrarian or think that they're, you know, special somehow or another. So it probably does hurt the film. I think it works because it makes fun of both parties. And it just is kind of relentless in that. So
yeah, I liked the film. I didn't really get the hate. I guess my last one, I'll choose one that I feel is underrated. And this is more of a personal, I would say this is actually my personal favorite of the 21st, just because it hit me in the right spot. And that is a film a lot of people may not know about. It's called Searching with John Cho. Because for those who don't know, it's done like it's all on a computer screen, kind of like movies like Unfriended, but I thought this was done a lot better. It's more of a thriller drama, a little bit Hitchcockian, where a father finds out that his daughter has gone missing, and then the rest of the film is him. All we see is the computer screen, and the way the director utilizes that really just shows the way technology is nowadays, how things have advanced nowadays, how all our entire life really could be on a computer screen. So you just see the reflection of yourself, showing the history of time just by going through old like YouTubes, like the way it tells the story from the beginning of time spanning and a mother dying of cancer. The way it's done that by using how YouTube and all these web pages have changed and to show that sense of time, that alone really shows how I thought talented the storytelling was by using this medium, which was a very different type of medium to use. It felt refreshing. I thought John Cho did a really good performance. It was an interesting mystery as to what had happened to the daughter. It sucked me in. I was intrigued, invested in. And again, it's just a different, unique way, because there's only so many ways you could tell a story in different. I mean, when you watch so many movies, this felt so refreshing. And I thought what was kind of interesting in a film like Unfriended, this took that and ran with it and better improved on the mistakes those few other films had done. And yeah, Searching was one of those films that really surprised me, and they didn't hit me in the right spot. And of course, it's not as good as War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. Yeah,
we should have brought that up because that actually would be like
top 20.
Top 20. Yeah, it would be as like the perfect example of everything that can go wrong in a movie, but it's still fucking amazing. That movie is
favorite for the year.
is it?
But yeah, Searcher would be my choice. It's very underrated film, in my opinion.
Yeah, very underrated. I mean, you mentioned all the main points of it. It's not just also like the way they tell the story with the technology, but he also uses the technology to find his daughter, essentially, and see what happens. Yeah, he gives a great performance. All the other co-stars in it, they're all really good, very believable.
And just how minimalistic, like you just have a computer screen, but just all the different ways you can tell a story just from that. Yeah. That takes a lot of talent to plan
and to make the mystery as engaging as it was too,
without being boring. At least in my opinion.
I agree.
So I'm just going to read through the rest of these that I got here real quick. I'm not going to mention anything about them. This is just a list I made today, like thinking about shit. Some of my favorites is the 21st Century. No Country for Old Men, which I still don't understand how the fuck that didn't get on Tarantino's list. Mulholland Drive. I think it's possibly like one of the best. There's something about that movie that's crazy. Like
Oh yeah.
to me. Inglorious Bastards is probably my favorite Tarantino movie, so that was on my list. Tropic Thunder, The Equalizer, which was actually my favorite of all those action movies that came out with Denzel. Team America. I don't know what else to say about that. You know the movie. Hot Fuzz. Eternal Sunshine. Great film.
Yeah.
Actually, I put Scary Movie 2 on here, but I don't know. Did Scary Movie 2 come out in the 2000s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I still think that's one of the best fucking comedies. Like, I've watched that movie 8,000 times. So, say whatever you want. I know it's goofy or whatever, but it's fucking hilarious too.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's my favorite of that franchise. I love Scary Movie too.
Oh,
Man.
but yeah. So Mark's got all of the rest of the honorable mentions. Mark, go for it.
The American Society of Magical Negroes is easily number one.
Easily. That name alone makes it number one.
That's all you need. That's it. We're gonna end the show with that. I mean,
God damn it.
we can't go any higher
I
than
cannot
that.
believe they made a movie called that, and I can't believe that movie exists. Thoughts on Linda Blair? What? Just out of nowhere. Thoughts on Linda Blair stuff, man, Mark?
If we're talking about current Linda Blair, I don't really have any thoughts. If her actions are indeed true, like all the stuff I've read about her doing with the whole Exorcist thing, I think it's fucked up, and she should probably realize what she's most famous for. As far as her as an actress, I think all of her best roles are behind her, especially if she's doing shit like Exorcist Believer, which was fucking terrible. So
Her scene in that
there you
fucking
go.
movie just makes me want to throw up thinking about it.
Fuck that movie.
I'm
So
blind.
bad.
I'm blind, Mark. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Shit.
Rambo,
So
you
anyway.
like Believer, didn't you?
This is his favorite.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So I feel like we're at almost 3 hours now. He's probably in the fucking stream at some point.
Yeah.
Rambo, what do you got coming up?
Many videos coming up on a daily basis, thanks to people out there. Coming up soon would be review of the first 2 episodes of Monster, the Ed Dean story, because apparently Ed Dean did have six-pack abs and apparently choked himself and jerked off, which was never a thing.
Everybody
That's like
does
the
that.
first scene in the show. That was so stupid of a thing. And then Predator Badlands, that review. Well, spoiler, it's a rant. That'll be coming up soon.
Spoiler, it's a rant.
And much more to come. Nobody 2 I did see. I'll be reviewing that soon.
Oh, okay.
Winnie the Pooh 2 Bag of Money. I saw that. You know. So that stuff will be coming soon. Mark,
I
do you have?
saw
Yeah.
I saw something where the guy that was in the Winnie the Pooh outfit for those movies is going to be at a convention. I was like, God damn it. They really hit the bottom of the barrel
Oh
now.
man.
Jesus.
I want to see the line for that guy.
Doesn't have the whole
line.
cast in there soon.
It'd be a line to get away from him.
Yeah.
Maybe they have someone who's in Bambi or whatever the fuck. Yeah, maybe get the Popeye guys in there. Mark, do you have anything?
I do have one video that I've completed editing wise. I will do it as far as an upload goes right after this. Last weekend I didn't get anything up, so
What is it?
it's a video on a box set. So I'll
Which
be talking
box
about each movie. You'll have to wait and see. It's part of the element of surprise.
It will be
yeah.
uploaded though, right?
It will be. It will be.
So
It's,
Wes
it's
will-
done. No editing needed to be done on it. It's gonna get uploaded.
Okay.
I just didn't want to do it during this. Because believe it or not, I got home like 20 minutes before we started this. So I didn't have any time today to upload it. But it will be up after this.
Yeah, to take off his shirt that says white. Change it. That's the t-shirt you need. Just a shirt that says white.
Just why not just wear a white shirt?
Yeah.
No, it's gotta be a shirt that just says white. That way you it's a conversation starter. Why does it say white?
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe I love it. Maybe I hate it. I don't know.
Who's to say? Tom Atkins approach.
Before we go, I just wanted to ask. Well, Rambo, I'm sure you're not going to go see this. Uncle Bill, are you going to go see Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Yes,
with,
I
CK?
just don't know when, but yeah.
Okay.
I did get requests to that, so I have to see it sometime.
Okay. Will that be an on the road or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Cool. That'll be cool. Looking forward to that. What do you guys think of that director?
What's his name? Mike P. Nelson, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck to think about him. I don't even know what he's
Who is
done.
he?
What has he done?
He did the Sweet Revenge thing, the Jason thing. I know some people really don't like that. Rambo, I could tell by your
He
reaction.
did the Wrong Turn.
Yeah, he did the Wrong Turn remake. After that, he did.
Okay.
No, it was before that. In 20. What's the movie you did in 2018? The something with the D. The
Domestics.
The Domestics. Yeah.
The Dickheads.
That's an interesting movie. Reminds me of The Purge. I mean, it's definitely its own thing, but there's some pretty crazy and fun moments in that one. That's an interesting one.
Didn't they get rid of Sweet Revenge on YouTube? I heard. Like, I guess
don't
the
know.
deal's gone, so they took it off of YouTube. Sweet Revenge. So
I didn't even know. I
that's how
haven't
good it is, I guess.
seen it in a long time. Well, I mean, he might be doing the Friday movie. He just did an interview for Silent Night, Deadly Night, and he said that he threw his 2 cents into the guys that are developing the new Friday movie, and
Because that's all he's worth.
sure, but I don't know how I feel about him making the next Friday the 13th movie. I like some of his stuff. I do like his segments in VHS 85. Those were the 2 best segments in that. That and the Scott Derrickson one. So we'll see. I'm sort of half and half.
We're gonna go see it and figure out what in the hell's going on with that movie because I'm going in completely cold to know what he's going to do with it. Hopefully, there's some decent.
There's some good practical effects from what I saw. They put like 8 or 9 minutes of it up on YouTube, and it's the entire Nazi sequence where he's killing Nazis the whole time. Yeah, it's kind of a weird scene, but yeah, it's like he's got a voice in his head that's telling him to kill, so he talks back and forth to the voice like Venom.
Take place in World War II?
No. It's just like their modern day, like Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah. Which is weird in that scene because I didn't know Nazis listen to rap music, but apparently they do.
Was little Jimmy Hitler in it?
Before we go, what is your expectation of that film since you're going to see that on the road? Of any expectation do you have?
Me? I don't have any expectation for that movie whatsoever. Like, if somebody came out and farted on a snare drum, I'd believe it. I mean, I really don't even care. If it's even remotely decent, well, I'm sure I'll like it. When is Alan Smithy coming out with his top 20?
Never.
Yeah, never. He remains anonymous.
I think for us though on Dead Pit, like the 20th anniversary show is coming up. I do know that. It's literally been 20 years coming up the end of this month since we've been doing the show. So there'll be a big show extravaganza about that. And I think he's got something else special planned that we're going to be doing soon. I really
And
can't
there's a
say.
round table you guys have tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a round table coming. Is that fucking tomorrow? Did he put it on
Or
Saturday?
the 14th. So,
Okay.
So Sunday.
Sunday, okay. Yeah, so those two for sure, and then something else is coming up as well. And so many people have asked about the Danielle Harris thing. There's going to be another video come out related to that.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's more to the story that hasn't been told yet. So
She should be on the 20 Years of Dead Pit show.
that'd be awesome,
Great.
dude. We've tried to get her on, but I don't think she's going to do it. I just get that feeling.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. She totally should.
So the
She
plot
should.
thickens. This is interesting.
Plot always thickens over a bit, but yeah. So thanks to everybody for coming out, being in the chat, making this an exciting evening. Everybody coming up with their lists, except for Mark. I appreciate. Fuck it. Just always remember, everybody, that everybody dies, but Friday night lives. See y'all.
A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at Dead Pit on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
Dead Pit on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts on TeePublic. There are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, fools. Go over the shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to